Now, who would like to recap us from last week?
I think I could, but I don't have notes, so I'm definitely going to get specific things wrong. But I could give a general synopsis if no one else wants to.
Okay. I mean, if we
Go
have
for
no
it.
other
All right.
no other bids here, go ahead.
So we started, I believe, at the archive. Sia was telling us about. Oh my god. Sia was telling us about our mission, and what she wants us to do. Essentially, there is a whitestone deposit in the Black Rock Quarry, and whitestone prior to this has only existed, or at least only been found, in Taldore. So this is new to Caldrone, presumably. I mean, who knows? But there's a fresh whitestone deposit in Black Rock Quarry, and basically the Turian government wants us to sort of go down and, like, A, make sure everything's cool, and B, follow instructions from an expositor who's already there. Not the Turian government, but the archive. And just make sure that it's being dealt with appropriately, because it is sort of on the border of Tura and the Shikumo Empire. So there could be a dispute about who it belongs to and what is sort of the right way to approach this. So we're going down to moderate things and just, I don't know, make sure everything goes smoothly and that we don't end up in a war. We're trying to prevent, like, a civil war. Not a civil war, but a war. Okay, so that's our mission, and that's a very brief description of it. There was a lot more to it. But we now have to basically just get suited up and head out. So there are a few things we need. First, Sia told us that we would be able to take 2 books from the restricted section of the archive. So we go there, and immediately we are sort of confused. Tenley and Iris and Jara wander off, and they are quickly like
Brought back.
immobilized. Yeah, like they're messed with by whatever is
The
whatever
best
magic.
analog I can think of is if anyone's played Super Mario 64,
Yeah,
the
you just
endless
can't.
staircase.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
So it's sort of a weird room. There are all of these owls who are sort of like homunculi, who bring us books that we request. We just give them a topic, and they bring us a shelf of books that fit that request. So we ask for books on Shikumen culture as well as books on Whitestone, and we each get an assortment of those books. And I believe what we settle on is 2 books. There's a volume from very long ago, and then a volume from only a few hundred years ago on Shikumen culture, written by, I forget the guy's name, but I remember it was like one word, I think. Yeah, all right.
It was written by
A man named Kia.
Kia,
Yep.
right. On top of that, Iris is, and specifically Tenley, is feeling particularly curious about Iris's origins. So one of them asks for a book on Iris's origins, or a book relating to, like, where Iris came from, basically. And only one book comes up, and it's this weird, ominous, mysterious book that's written in a language that none of us recognize, that Jared said is basically just hieroglyphs. It has a title. I think it's called something about the void.
It's like Whispers from the Void or
Whispers
something.
from the
Is it?
Void, yeah. So that book is sort of weird. We decided not to take it because we can't read it, and it's just not useful for the current mission. But we keep it in mind, and we're definitely curious about it.
Yeah, we do know the person who put it in there, who
Right.
dropped it off,
Long time ago.
like 2,000 years ago or something.
Yeah. So then we head quickly down to the barracks to get some supplies. Felix gets a shield. Iris gets. Felix gives Iris makeup. I forget what Iris takes for herself.
clothes.
Tenley ended up giving Iris a somewhat of a more human makeover.
Right. We get some supplies, some mundane supplies, except for Therathure, who gets a ring of memories, which he definitely will not use to mess with anyone's memory, because that would be immoral. And so after we gear up, we meet a nice guy down there, by the way. Forget his name, but he was a gentleman.
Cole.
Cole, right? and Cole sends us back up to the hatchery, and it turns out that the way that expositors communicate with home base and with other branches of the archive is by sending around pigeons or birds, and so Therathari gets a bird, I believe a pigeon, named, what was, oh god, you just said it, was it like Edmund? Elton, yes,
like Elton John.
Like Elton John, right. Yeah, and so Therathari gets some gear to take care of Elton. He's given very specific instructions. Well, not, yeah, he's given instructions about how to handle Elton and how he's trained and stuff. And after that, I think we may have stopped at Q's, but not for long. And then we sort of set off and said goodbye to Tenley, and that was it.
That is it. That's for not writing anything down or not having many notes. That was very comprehensive. So very well done.
We did have dinner first.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, we did have dinner,
and I called the session unlimited breadsticks.
We debated how many breadsticks we could fit
Right.
in 64 cubic feet.
And that was so pivotal to the plot. So
and whether or not Iris can act as a thermos or not.
Right.
That is also true.
I forgot about all that. That was fun.
Okay, so take your...
Yeah, everyone seemed to have a problem with that conversation when it was happening. Can't imagine why.
Great synopsis. You may take your D4 inspiration for the session. And with that, you guys have just departed early in the morning. You had figured out or been told that at least this journey would take approximately 250 miles to complete. About 10 days, give or take. You can obviously shorten or lengthen that depending on how much you choose to travel, with varying degrees of pressure on your horse and whatnot. But you were given horses. You are just now leaving the walls on which you've been through many things, many of you. Looking back at your friend Tenley as you trot on off and she disappears back into the Holy District. Various thoughts going through your mind. There were 2 rolls made, I think both by Jara. The weather roll was a 2. And
No, that one was not by me.
Oh, well, the weather roll was a 2.
Brother.
Might have been Tony. And the random encounter table is a 93.
That was
So, with the weather roll of 2, it is a fairly temperate morning. Sun is shining, clouds in the sky. You know, sometimes they pass over, kind of cascading the sky in gray. But it's probably about mid-60s, slight breeze. For this time of year, that's about average. But you set out with your horses. With that, 2. Yeah. So, is there anything you guys want to do while riding? I should mention, if you look at the map, which you would have done before you left, for sure, or while you're riding, that's fine. There is a stop in the middle here, about a day and a half away, called Elderfield. 1 or 2 days, depending. That's like your midpoint-ish between Tura and Answood. You can choose to stop there if you'd like, or you can make camp on the road. That's also fair. Whatever you want to do. All right, but the way I'll roll with this travel thing, I'll add the ambient music now, or the ambient sounds. 1 sec. Okay. All right. I think that's good level. The way I like to roll with traveling, you guys can spend as much time as you'd like traveling and talking things and RPing. Otherwise, I'll just kind of get you through like checkpoints, and that's about it. So I invite you in this beautiful morning, setting out on this long journey together. Strangers, some of you. The day is yours.
Is it possible for Jara to read while he's riding?
At a slow pace, sure.
If I just have my horse follow the other horses?
I mean, your horse is well trained. You're on a path that isn't crazy. It's not like the flattest, but especially around Tura, it's pretty like brick at this point. We'll probably.
So I guess my question to the party is, how fast are we going? Are we going at a normal pace? Or
Are we going full trot, or are we just
I think I'd like to try to just go at a normal pace.
I don't want to make the horses any more tired than they would be normally.
Okay, if we're gonna go at a normal pace, then I think Jara would probably read the Shikmo books as we go, since these are some thick books. He's got to get through them
Okay.
before we get there.
Let us know if you see anything interesting, Jara.
Yeah, will do.
All right.
Has anyone been to Answood?
No, I'm not. The furthest south in Turia that I've traveled is Tura, so this will all be new to me.
Yeah,
I'll look over at Iris.
Same for me. I've been all over Ostanza, but not really down here much.
I don't know where else I've been.
Well, I assume you weren't born in Tura, so where did you come from?
I remember waking up in an archaeological excavation, wandering out, finding Q, and ending up in Tura.
And how did you get to Tura?
Jared, that is a good question.
I'll say when you first woke from whatever you woke from and were found, it was in a place that was very cold, snow covered, and it took you a while, you presume. You were in and out of this weird limbo state, kind of coming to periods of consciousness, periods of nothing. And the bits and pieces you remember traveling into a temperate climate in a cart along with other things excavated in a caravan of some kind. And eventually you woke in Q's back room.
Okay, yeah, I will relay as much. It's certainly nicer here, though. Tony, you might be muted.
I said nature's beautiful. I think you're gonna love it.
It certainly makes me curious.
Well, I'm excited to go on this journey with you, Iris. If you haven't really experienced the world, I mean, I can only imagine what that's gonna be like for you.
I am enjoying everything so far. She is staring over at like one of the birds that's a flock of birds that's currently just flying around.
Is Iris riding a horse?
Yep, she would
Yes.
be riding a horse.
Okay.
I guess they built that in. The knowledge.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? That does seem natural for you, Iris. Like riding a
Iris-
bike.
Doesn't seem to question it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I know how to do this. Okay.
And what's of Elderfield? Should we stop there or just straight to Answood?
Well, if it doesn't really add to the journey, I think we can probably stop there. If we make it in time, I don't think it would be probably safer than staying out in the road.
I'm definitely not an experienced camper. I'm not exactly an outdoorsman. So I would not mind stopping somewhere close to civilization at least.
I do have a means of erecting short-term protection in the wilderness if we need to.
What do you mean by that?
And Iris will just sort of like reach underneath her jacket, like crack open the bag of holding chest cavity and pull out what appears to be this almost like bowling ball sized stone. Sort of like light brown gray with these strange arcane grooves and divots all up and down it. This is a portable field laboratory.
Field laboratory for what? What kind of lab?
I do not remember. I just know that it is mine.
Okay, well, I mean, that's great. That'll help us out. So I think if we get to Elderfield sort of like midday, I wouldn't mind going further if we have this shelter at least, just to make the most of our time. But if we get there towards the evening, I don't mind staying.
At your pace, I will say it will probably take you a full day to get to Elderfield. At your pace.
Yeah, we can I say to God, yeah, we can stop.
Felix looks up. All right, thanks.
Yeah, that works for me. I'd rather stay in a warm bed while we got it.
Of course.
I meant
Have
to
you made
say.
anything of the?
Go ahead. Sorry, Tom. Go ahead. Sorry.
Have you made anything of the books?
I don't know, Jared. Have I?
All right. So you can roll an intelligence check, and I meant to say this in the beginning. You all subtract should subtract 5 gold from each of your inventories for rations for the next week.
I don't eat.
You're good.
Do we want to put the rations in our inventory at all, or?
Yeah, I would say. So you have 7 rations.
I
Funnily enough, Iris already does have 5 days worth of rations in her bag of holding.
I believe I had 10. Yeah, I have 10.
So if you don't need it, you don't need it. If you do need food, because we're playing food now,
Oh yeah, I do also have 10 days
Then you're
worth
fine.
of rations. All right, so I'll add my 5 gold back.
just because we're playing food
Right.
rules. All right.
Well, Sarathari had 10, but he's going to add 7 more for 5 gold, just in
Okay.
case.
Go ahead. What'd you get, Jara? It's gonna take me a while to not call you Sam.
Um,
I almost
I got
slipped.
just straight intelligence, nothing else.
Yep, just straight intelligence.
I got a 6.
Okay. So you've been traveling for an hour and a couple minutes, reading through the book. It starts off. I assume you're starting with the one from like 1,000 years ago. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Volume 1. Is that
yeah. I'll
true?
start with volume 1.
It's actually really dense. A lot of the information in there seems just kind of like a thought dump of this author rather than anything organized in any logical way. It seems as though this is taking on very quickly more of a journal than it is like an encyclopedia or an educational book. However, what you gather with a 6, looking through the first couple of chapters, is the relative there's a very pensive sort of attitude towards people like what am I trying to say? There's a very pensive attitude that this author notices other people taking towards him. He's very much an outsider. He doesn't really get a lot of like respect. He's kind of like not even on the class system, if that makes sense. He's like so far below that he's not even classed. There is a strange word that you've seen him write a few times. You kind of gather that it's equivalent to like a peasant or something, but like below that in the class system, if that makes sense. And I'll just type it out to you.
Yeah, let's get this slur.
There we go.
This is like when you're learning like a new language and you just look up how to say all the bad words.
Yeah,
Correct. That is correct.
Yeah, so this word he's noted he's been called that a few times. And from the general use of it, it's got a
Here, where'd
negative
you type it?
connotation. I typed it to Dan.
Oh, my bad.
So if Jara chooses to share it, he can.
Yeah, wait
Right.
for the RP.
My bad. I'm sorry.
That's all you gather.
Is it? Well, reading through it, doesn't seems like this guy was more of a scholar, not much of an author. His thoughts don't seem real organized, which is making it kind of a slog to get through. But what I gotten so far, about an hour, learned not much new. Besides they don't really like outsiders, which we already knew, but we did know that through society they really look at outsiders like below the lowest of the low in their class system. And there's this interesting word, Wyami, I believe is how it's pronounced. Wyami. It seems to be kind of a negative label they use on outsiders to kind of further rub it in the fact that they're like the lowest of the low in their class system. So yeah, not too much new. Just they don't, not a huge fan of outsiders, but at least we did. If we get called a Wayami, we kind of
Well, no.
we kind of know. But I'll keep on reading.
All right. Thank you. This is going to be valuable for us.
All right, all of you except for Jara, make me a perception check.
Perception.
Very good roll from me. 26.
Very good roll.
Oof.
Minus 20 for me. 6.
6.
Nice.
So,
Double sixes.
Iris
As
is looking at birds.
yes, for sure. As you travel through the woods outside of the walls of Tura, you guys see the dense nature of this forest. These very thick oak trees at this time of year, very bright, bright yellow, almost orange leaves. All this path kind of carves through them, and these occasionally there are openings. You can see all sorts of wildlife show itself. You can see squirrels, bunny rabbits here and there, birds flying very frequently, the occasional sound of deer and sight of deer. It's very much a lively atmosphere. And as you're traveling now for about 2.5 hours, you're starting to get closer. I'll say 3 hours. You're starting to get a little bit closer towards where the woods become even more thick and even more wild, so to speak. You're a good ways out of Tura, and it's starting to show, at least in the nature around you. At this moment, Iris, you are infatuated by the sight of a squirrel with who seems to be intently chasing after another squirrel. They run up and down the trees, and as you're trotting along, you can see them kind of scurry about, pause, look at each other, and then scurry about more. Fascinating. Felix, you're taken aback by the tranquility of the forest, if you will. Where you're from, there isn't much life outside of the hubs of the cities.
Or tranquility.
Or tranquility in the cities as well. So this is a good break for you, and you find yourself invested in some of the nature around you. Therathari, you, however, are laser focused. Riding on your horse, you take in all the sights, all the smells, and up ahead, as you're walking or trotting along this winding trail here, you see on the side, maybe about 5 or 6 feet off of the main path, right at the foot of the forest, or where the forest starts, what you can only assume to be some sort of dead creature. And immediately, as you get within 100 feet, the smell hits you, and it's definitely something that's rotting here, for sure. Do you choose to do anything at this point, about 100 feet or so away? You can't really make out, I guess with your roll, you can make out that it's a four-legged creature that's rather large, not like a small bush animal, but like a deer or something like that, possibly. Definitely dead. Do you choose to do anything?
Yeah, I'll motion to the group, not saying anything, but motion to them that they should slow the pace a little.
Okay.
I will say, Jared, my passive perception is 12. So even though I'm reading, I'm still at least have that going on for anything.
You also,
loud.
if we're talking passives, I also have a 14 passive perception, if that helps anything.
Okay.
But I figured since I wasn't making it like a straight perception check, if there was anything to note with passive perception, that's what it was.
You kind of get the smell. In fact, as you trot at a slower pace closer to this body or this corpse, you start to smell it as well. And within about 70 to 80 feet, getting closer, the smell is intensified. I'll say now, do you want to do anything at this kind of point, or are you okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up from my book, and I'm gonna say, well, it certainly smells like something died up there. You all see what that is?
Can I see what it is at this point?
Yeah, with your perception roll, it looks like half, the bottom half of a deer or like an elk or something, heavily decomposed. The skin is matted with dark blood that's like days and days old. You can, as you get closer, you can start to see on the some of the treetops there are some scavenger birds that are sort of just looking down at it, but no movement or anything like that from the thing, obviously.
Hope not.
It's a large animal, a deer or an elk, but only half of it. Whatever
Yeah.
did this must have been massive. We should proceed with caution.
Yeah, and judging by the smell, that thing's been dead a while, so might have hopefully moved on, but it could be also looking for its next meal. So yeah, definitely.
Would I be able to gauge what manner of creature tore into this prey animal?
Make a nature check. Yeah.
Okay, nature. Oh, Iris is not doing well today. That's a 7.
Okay. I mean, could be anything. Could be like in this area, you probably presume there's bears. Probably presume there's wolves. Looking at the corpse as you get closer, you can see a swarm of flies are ferociously buzzing around it, kind of landing and flying and repeating the process. It's probably less than half of the actual animal remains. You can see the center spine, or the spine, and some of the ribs in the very lower part are basically completely exposed. No skin or muscle or any tendons on it. And the back half is like, now that you get closer, it almost looks like it's been like burnt. Very strange. It's like almost like it's like burnt crispy. So you don't really know if that's true, perhaps, with that roll, but definitely looks a little strange.
Are there predatory creatures that can produce flame?
Not to my knowledge.
There's
I don't know.
evidence
What-
of significant charring on this body.
Could I make like a history check?
Sure.
Oh, not doing great either. That's a 6.
Love 6s today.
I
Yeah.
mean, being who you are, your mind naturally wonders. Could it be a dragon? Could it be... I mean, all manner of creatures can shoot fire. Could be any of them.
Well, there are a lot of beings that can produce flames. Not sure about in this region though.
And what of the surroundings? I'm gonna hope to kind of look at the area where the animal is and see if there's any charring there.
Okay, go ahead. Make another perception check.
22.
Are you off your horse at this point, or are you on it still? Have you stopped? Are you...
I would say that I'm stopped on the
Okay.
horse, just kind of scanning around. And the roll is 22.
Excellent. Okay. Looking around in the forest. So this is you're traveling on the path. If you're walking down, it's on the right side of the path, and there's a little bit of clearing between where the road is and the actual forest line starts. And this creature is basically right on the cusp of being in the forest. Looking around, the trees look completely healthy. There's no scorch marks, no burn marks anywhere. However, you do see on the tree a couple of feet, maybe 15-ish feet to the left of this, in like a patch to the left of this body, or half of this body, where the tree line starts, there seems to be a significant portion of one of the tree trunks, like the bark, is missing. And the pattern would kind of associate with a large creature with claws, perhaps. And it kind of, it's not in like a vertical. It's kind of like swooping down and to the right, like diagonally.
It looks like whatever made this assault had some large claws or talons. And I'll gesture to the trees.
Felix
Yeah,
is like visibly shaking a little bit.
Well, and I definitely think it's some sort of confident predator, considering it killed this beast right next to the path that people travel down, so it must not be very threatened by us.
Let me see if Alfredo here, and I'll turn to Alfredo, who's been sitting on the horse's butt this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if Alfredo can maybe get a better look. And I'll send Alfredo into the air to get like an aerial view of our surrounding areas, just
Okay,
to see
roll.
if we're in danger.
Roll perception.
Oh no, I need Alfredo's stat block like on hand.
Alfredo.
Okay, it's not good. It's a 5.
Okay, Alfredo kind of floats above, and maybe 200, 300 feet down the path, there is...
Oh, I'm sorry. No, he has a +4 to perception. It's a 9. I know
Okay.
that's not much better, but
It's definitely better than a, what'd you say, 6?
5.
5, yeah. It's exactly 4 better than a 5. Anyway,
Good math.
floats above, kind of scanning about, and he sees on the path where you're at, maybe about 300 feet away, further down, there is a cart slowly coming with a very old-looking donkey leading the charge, and an older gentleman sitting atop it.
Now, all he sees is there's a cart coming from that way, and I'll point. It's like an old donkey and an older guy. Definitely easier targets than us. That's like where Felix's mind went.
Just so you know, you guys are probably about here. Maybe a
So
little
Well-
further.
we're like hardly outside of the city, and we're already panicking.
Well, I say we keep moving and just be a little bit cautious. I don't think we should stay around here too long.
Yeah, I want to get out of here for sure.
Okay. You guys continue on. For the next, or so as you guys travel back now in formation, you eventually see this cart rounding a little bit of a like a semicircle, like an arc on the path coming into vision. Seems like an old guy. He's human. He's got, like I said, a very old sort of donkey that's pulling this cart of a mix of barrels and crates. No protection. You can see he has, as he gets a little closer, he has on him at least some sort of sword, but certainly doesn't look like the type to potentially fight whatever this thing is. Do you choose to speak to him as you pass?
I'll say, mind your way back there.
Excuse me?
I said, mind your way. There's a carcass in the middle of the road.
Oh, what kind? Human?
An animal, a deer or some, maybe an elk.
Huh. He's kind of slows his trot of the donkey. I seen a few others on my way here.
And how did they appear?
In pieces, some of them
You see any
Okay.
burning?
on fire. No, nothing was on fire. I didn't see no fires.
What about claws?
I didn't really stick around. I'm sorry. Should I
Okay,
be worried?
well, we are taking the path cautiously. Advise you do the same.
All right now.
Are you headed to Tura, sir?
I was planning on it. Should I not be?
No, I was just wondering. You're close, so if you hurry, you should make it safely.
All right. Safe travels. Oh,
You as well.
okay. Continuing on. Does anybody want to make any checks? Do anything? Go ahead.
As he passes us, I want to kind of like twist my torso on the horse and look back at him and see if I notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay, you don't even really have to roll. Just looking back,
Okay.
he seems like a completely ordinary, especially judging by his reaction there, of working class kind of guy, delivering some goods to Tura. Doesn't seem to be feigning anything. Okay. Pushing forward, another hour hour and a half. Make another intelligence roll for me, Jara.
Oh, much
Then-
better. 19.
All right, I'll take another round of perceptions here.
That's a much better roll.
9 for me.
Okay.
Better, but
Hey, the
not
shed of
by
my cat. Perception. 13.
Okay.
23.
Tom
All right.
just needs to do all the rolls tonight. That's it.
He's doing great. So, with your intelligence check, Jara, starting with you, reading your book, you find it very odd that this book just picks up and completely skips over the part of how this guy got into Shikumo. You find it a little peculiar that you imagine during his time even, and from what you know about Shikumo, it's always been isolated, always been anti-foreigner. So the fact that this guy chose in a book about Shikumo, there's no mention of how we got there as an outsider. And it kind of picks up, you presume, a good time after he arrived. Months to a year, maybe even more, you imagine. And you've further confirmed that word is in fact derogatory, and in most cases he struggles to find food. He has to scrap for things. He is like barred from sitting in restaurants or shaking hands or talking to any of the other natives. He does notice, and he chronicles this. He writes this down. There is a strange sort of, let's say, there's some strange characteristics of the people of Shikumo. They're taller. They're younger looking in general. They're healthier. There isn't really a need for, like, medicine. That's what you get out of this so far. Okay. With all of your rolls, because they were all pretty good, as you're kind of cresting into Pentapass Road, you notice that the yellow, bright green leaves of the outskirts of Tura kind of give way, and more open, scattered trees start to show up, at least for the moment. It's not probably, we have someone with keen mind now. It's about 3 in the afternoon, 3:05, let's call it. Probably
26.
should...
28.
Probably should stop soon. Maybe take a little break for the horses. This is looking like a pretty decent spot. You're on a beaten path now, at least out of what you presume to be danger. Keeping an eye out this whole time, you haven't spotted any other carcasses that this guy spoke of yet, at least. And this road, there are a number of people, carts, horses, travelers that frequent Pentapass Road. It's a major highway, and you feel a little bit at ease, let's call it, now that you're on this more traveled road.
This is more what I'm used to. I can do this. If the whole trip is like this, I'll be golden. And I'm sure it will be.
Completely ignoring
Maybe you
the
should temper
spires.
the expectations.
The spires is the farthest from this. Just ignoring that side of the map.
Wait, hold on. Just pause though. Out of character. We have to go through the spires?
Yeah, man. How are we
Yep.
going to go south?
I guess that is a dense forest. I just assumed
Well,
we
shit.
cut like a hard left at Answood. All right.
No, there's that bridge there right on the other
True,
side.
true. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're right.
So do you guys choose to sort of stop here, or you want to keep going without stop? You don't have to stop for the night, but probably a quick lunch and horses rest and graze a little. Whatever you want to do, though.
Yeah, we can have some rations.
All right. So you kind of take up camp here temporarily. Horses are chilling, grazing. Do you guys want to do anything specific, or you want to skip through this part?
I'm still chugging along these books.
Okay. I will
I'm
say
definitely
you,
just like, oh, go
you'll
ahead.
have to stop reading for lunch. So,
I can eat and read.
do you want to risk getting food and whatever on these
Uh,
books? I
guess
think
not.
Tharathari, in good conscience,
Tharathari would probably yell at me.
Yeah. No
Okay,
eating in
that's
the
fine.
library.
That's fine.
But yeah, go ahead.
I would just be on the lookout for any interesting characters. I'm always looking to meet new people and stuff. So
Okay. Anyone else?
Oh, I'm gonna say something to the group. I'm gonna say, oh yeah, while we're traveling, if I'm not paying too much attention because of these books, if you all see any shrines or anything, any structures that look interesting, give me a holler. I might want to check it out.
Jara, what exactly do you do all of this research and exploring for? Like, what is your end goal?
My end goal is really just to better the world. You know, make the world a better place than it is now. So it's more of a personal reason. I mean, nothing. I just
That's
feel like this
very
is what I'm
noble.
supposed to do.
Seems like you're very personally motivated. It's cool to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, I would say so.
This the shrine you mentioned. What significance is it?
No shrine in particular. I'm just saying if we see any, it might be interesting. I often find that learning about the histories and cultures of the places that you're in can lead to some interesting discoveries. So just anything to note while we're traveling. Any buildings, some rest stops, shrines, whatever.
I have a sense you're looking for something.
Yeah, I mean, just any news, information of the world, of the city, of the culture. That's
Can I
really all
incite
I'm
him?
looking for. Yeah, you
can
can incite me.
Go ahead.
$17.
Great rolls.
Yeah, I mean, Jara just really is looking for information on anything, really. There's nothing in particular he's looking for, but just wants to know.
Curious guy.
Yeah, know as
Curious
much as
guy.
he can. If there's any interesting stories or rumors going on, or something of note that happened, just anything kind of like that is what he's looking for. So, I mean, you deem what he said was pretty much the truth. Wasn't lying or anything.
Jara, you'll have to excuse us. We are unusually suspicious because we've been sort of stabbed in the back before, but I'm sure you mean no ill will. You're helping us, so we thank you.
Yeah, no, I understand. You gotta be cautious who you travel with. You never know. But I promise you all that I mean nothing but the best intentions.
All right. After about a half hour or so passes, the air is getting a little colder in the evening. Sun is by no means setting at this point. It's approaching 3:45, quarter to 4. Your horses are sufficiently rested. You guys feel pretty good. You're ready to start back on your journey. During that time, Felix, no out of the ordinary characters seem to cross by. You notice a lot of carts, most of them going south rather than north. Some of them containing.
Wait, do you mean
Yeah.
east as
Yeah, I was
opposed
gonna
to
say
west?
what's south.
I
Because
mean, like the general direction of the continent. They're coming from the north to the south.
from
south.
High Road up here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going like this way, that way. Okay.
Or no, yeah. I mean, the ones that you see, yeah, for sure. I'm saying the general flow of people is coming in one direction rather than the other way.
So are
That's
we
what
going against the flow of
We're the
traffic
same.
right now?
Yeah.
You would be correct.
Okay, so we're the opposite, Tony. We're going the opposite direction.
You see caravans of large caravans of goods potentially frequented or accompanied by, armed guard, like people who are probably hired as security. You do notice every so often coming again from north presumably, there are these individuals who usually are together and they usually are accompanying a caravan who wear black feathered and furred cloaks. Every so often you'll see a group of them, a caravan of them. They seem, from what you can tell, pretty formidable, like experienced, and the all manner of goods they don't seem to pick and choose what kind of caravans they secure, from what you can tell. Okay. With that, you guys start back on Pentapass Road. And after about 30 minutes of traveling, you notice almost immediately there is another set of carcasses. These are horse. You can see one of them is kind of on the side of the path. It looks like perhaps they were on the path but have been moved off of the path by travelers. One of them has significant chunks of flesh, like just torn out. And the other one seems to be more, let's call it in disarray. Its parts and its body is scattered about on the side of the road, kind of pushed off, scooped. You can see maybe 15 feet from those two bodies is probably another part of one of those horses that's just kind of left there. Pretty eviscerated creatures, and the passersby that travel don't seem necessarily too worried about it.
Do they seem to, like, I'm thinking at this point, if I'm noticing that people are not paying it too much mind, like, are they paying attention to it at all? Is it like an illusion?
Yeah,
perhaps?
I mean, people look at it and they're like, "Oh, that's gross," but it's not it's not like, "Oh my God, let's all stop and freak out," kind of thing. But there are definitely, it varies. You see one of the black cloaks that eventually makes their way there. They kind of stop and just inspect it and continue on, but no one seems to like make a huge deal. If you'd like to investigate it further, you can make all of you, whoever, can make a nature check as you approach it.
Yeah, I'd like to do
May
that.
as well.
Yeah.
Jar's still reading.
Yeah. Nature. That's cocked.
Oh, yep.
Still have not rolled lower than a natural 13. And my nature check is 18.
Wow.
21.
23 for me.
Wow, we
All
killed
right.
that roll. Good job, team.
So, kind of expecting or knowing what to expect, let's say, you look at this collection of parts of these horses and you ascertain that this is fresher than the other one that you saw earlier, probably by a substantial amount, on the order of days fresher. And you can tell at least what's there in like intact. There seems to be scratch marks like in the bone of the part of the horse that got chunks taken out, and also scorch marks, char marks.
But I think if we were ever questioning it, we should definitely stop in Elderfield. I do not want to camp tonight.
Yeah, I think especially since the carcasses are getting fresher, it's probably a good idea. Stay in
Yeah.
civilization, less likely to attack.
And in fact, tonight, what I would like to do, maybe with you, Jara, since you have a lot of experience traveling, is sort of map out where we plan on stopping each night. Because if possible, the spires, it might get a little tricky. I don't know what's over there. But if possible, I would like to have a destination every day, just so that we know that we might be protected by nightfall, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we certainly give it a shot.
All right. Thanks for helping with that.
Okay. Now, eventually converging onto Pentapass Road, further down. The day is getting a little bit later now. It's approaching dinner time. The sun is not setting, but slowly making its way to the horizon. The foot traffic on Pentapass Road is withered a lot.
Hey, Jared, real quick, would you say lunch was like half a ration? Or would it?
I think a ration is a day's worth of food.
Yeah, it's one day,
Correct.
right? So it'd be
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. Okay. You notice that the trees are starting to pick up in
You can't
their
do
density
half
here.
rations.
Just take it off and then remember that
Yeah.
you don't need to take it off for today again.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the trees are getting denser. This is a different kind of tree. It's kind of akin to what you would assume to be not necessarily an oak, maybe a maple. Thick trunks, kind of traditional bushy green tops. This time of year, no leaves are falling or anything like that. The wildlife seems to be the same. And after traveling again for another hour or so, approaching Elderfield rapidly, I'll say you're probably about here-ish after some more travel. You notice that there's another carcass coming up. And who is the remaining travelers that are still on this road are not reacting to it similarly as they were before. But this one, just from sight, seems pretty fresh. Do you choose to go closer to investigate? You want to ask any of the people walking by? Up to you guys.
I think we should prepare ourselves to talk to some officials in Elderfield about these carcasses. I wonder if they would know anything.
I'd imagine so, looking at how fresh this one is. It's probably a recurring problem. Whether they know what it is or not, I don't know, but I'm sure they are aware of the problem.
Seems to be not deer or elk or anything. This seems to be a cow.
Oh, rip cow.
Parts of a cow. And by your best guess, within a day or two.
Well, I definitely think that more information would be helpful because, depending on the direction of its hunting grounds, we might be traveling closer towards it. It seems
we
like
definitely are. Yeah.
It seems like these carcasses are getting fresher, so if we do run across it, it might be helpful to know what it is beforehand.
And what do you make of all these other travelers? They go by and pay it no mind, it seems.
Well, it seems like almost like they're used to it. Like maybe this is a beast that's been around for a while. If I had
More
to guess.
experienced than us, yeah. Maybe we should ask someone.
Are
so
you,
we don't look like fools. If this is something that everyone's aware of, and then we bring it up at Elderfield, we might look foolish.
Well, thanks for volunteering, Felix. Go on.
All right, I'll look around for the most approachable-looking person. Or no, not approachable. I look for knowledge. The smartest-looking person, because you can definitely look smart.
Okay, make a perception check.
All right, 12.
All right. Looking around at the people who are out now, you get a sense people at this hour approaching sunset and approaching dinner. The people who are out now are in a hurry to get in before sunset and have shit to do and are very focused. There's no travelers who are going from one place to another at a leisure pace. These people are moving. So out of the slim pickings of people who look approachable and knowledgeable, you find a man who is... let me see if I have a table for this. I might have. Okay, I will roll. Just to add some spice. Okay, you see a man who is with a dog, like a border collie type of dog. Not on a leash or anything, no collar. Seems kind of it seems tamed, obviously, but more feral, definitely, than a lap dog would be, for sure. He seems like a seasoned traveler. He has a pack, decent set of equipment on his belt. He is a halfling, maybe about midlife. By no means super strong or super hostile looking, but focused on traveling down, and he is actually traveling along with you guys in your direction.
Oh, great. Okay, so I don't have to ask him to stop. Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Sorry.
He's walking it to keep up.
My friends and I are a little new to the area. It seems like this is commonplace for all of you, but would you mind informing me about the situation with the carcasses that we've been seeing laying alongside the road?
I've seen a few. He's kind of a little bit out of breath, but not too. Yeah, I've seen about maybe half a dozen on Pentapats Road. From where I'm coming.
Which is where?
It's a
Just
little
for
place.
context.
It's a little place called Adberg. It's half a day's travel down the road. That's this right here.
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, what was your question? You just wanted.
Just
What
what's
about
up
him?
with the why are they there? Should we be worried? Do the authorities know?
I'm not sure there's authorities to tell, but these people don't look bothered by it, or I haven't seen anyone. Back there, they seem like they're kind of old. These ones seem a little fresher. I kind of noticed that as I've been going up. I'm not too worried. If you get in before nightfall, you should be fine, I assume. You see something that I don't know?
No. Do people typically travel along this road at night, or is it more of just a daytime highway?
I'm sure there are, but I wouldn't recommend it at any road, really. It is the wild out here, despite where we are.
Noted. Thank you for your help.
I will say, if you see any of those black cloaks, don't ask them these kinds of questions.
Okay. Thanks for the tip.
All right, safe travels. Come on, Lucy. We'll kind of head out further. Okay.
All right, everyone hear that? We're keeping our mouths shut around those black cloaks.
Do I know anything about those black cloaked people from my travels?
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
They seem to be grouped in this region only. You haven't. I mean, you've seen black cloaks, but I mean, they are definitely part of some group, and you haven't seen them.
Okay. Well, yeah, I certainly haven't seen them before, so it might be something specific to this region. So if people say to be wary, I think we should follow those warnings, at least until we know a little bit more.
Definitely.
All right. Another half hour rolls by. Jar, I'm going to give you 2 rolls a day for your book.
Okay, that's fine.
It's getting a little harder to read now.
It is dark. I would stop as soon as the visible light goes away.
It's not
probably.
dark. It's like sunset approaching.
Don't want to hurt my eyes.
There's probably, from what you best guess in the map, there's probably another 2 hours of travel to Elderfield. You'll make it there around nightfall, and that's kind of maxing out the viable distance a horse can travel safely per day. That added stop there gave you a little bit more time. After about another half hour, 45 minutes to an hour of travel, you see up ahead, heading down High Road, towards you, not in your, with you, towards you, going opposite, a cart pulled by a man on a horse. There is a crossbowman who is shortly striding behind him, crossbows affixed to his back. Looks like he's maybe reading or jotting things down. You also see in front of him the horse that's drawing this wagon, or cart, not a wagon. It's not covered. A long swordsman who they both seem to be in decent armor, not black cloaks or anything, but they seem to be wearing armor indicative of like someone who's been in battle or has fought things before. They're approaching you, and you aren't quite at the swing off to Elderfield yet. Are you guys doing anything at all?
I will move my horse to be kind of out of their direct path, probably.
Follow along the same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna heed that guy's advice and just keep my mouth shut in general.
Sure.
I don't want to make the wrong person angry.
That was more of a warning to like, don't bother the black cloaks, the experienced people with questions like this kind of thing. It wasn't like you'll be robbed. It's more,
okay.
Yeah, it's more like
Oh, so the black cloaks are just assholes.
it's more like those kinds of questions show your ignorance, and that could be exploited, but it doesn't
Right.
necessarily have to be. Kind of.
Okay. Well, I still don't want to show my weakness.
Totally fair. All right. All of you make me perception checks.
Perception.
6 again.
There it is.
16.
Okay.
13.
9.
All right. Let me change the ambience here to
Hey.
nighttime. Okay. And then this group slowly approaches you. They're going at a pretty slow pace. They don't seem hostile or anything like that. However, you hear in the far distance, some of you, maybe not so far distance, but with your rolls, you can't really ascertain. Kind of this weird set of like growls and just general like not wolf noises, but like kind of half growl, howl type things going on. Do you guys choose to do anything?
And it's coming from what direction?
You can't really tell, especially with those rolls. It's kind of maybe close to you, maybe not.
Well, I think that's our cue to hurry on into Elderfield.
Agreed.
Within about 50, 60 feet of this cart, you hear one of them say, "What's that? What?" And
Oh dear.
Ah, shit.
Ah, jeez.
he's looking up and he
Oh,
points.
jeez, oh, man.
It's a fucking dragon.
Gotta be some type of
Can you
drink.
imagine?
Baby dragon.
Big dragon.
That's not what we want.
Kunawa chain. That's how I'm gonna get it.
All right, I will bring you over to.
And whoops, that's not supposed to be here.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll get a sneak peek. All right. If you get import errors, just hit the X, and I will turn.
Oh,
Like
that's
chickens?
Not quite a
terrifying.
dragon. Chimera.
That's
Ooh.
terrifying.
Oh, jeez.
All right, let me change the music, and I will describe the scene to you.
Oh, hell yeah. Look at me, the only one in color. Look at that.
All right. I was expecting this to be a little more of a build-up, but that's okay. All right. You notice swooping down from a good ways up very quickly, this large, very strange, dragon-winged creature with a goat head, a lion head, and some sort of lizard-like head affixed to it, swooping down in these big wings flapping under it, and it immediately goes for the swordsman, and it picks it up in these large clawed like paws that swoop this guy up, bring him about 15, 20 feet in the air, and he's kind of dangling. What? Help! And then, if that wasn't enough, you see on your right side, flying over the treetops, another one of these winged creatures swoop in, larger than the one that's grabbed the guy. Kind of give out a like a growl, screech type of thing as it's sitting down looking over you and knocks over 2 trees in front. On your horse, all of you, I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh dear.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Here
Lim-
we go.
Oh,
Ah,
let's go.
Give
I
A
got
natural
two.
20.
I got a solid 5.
Okay.
I got a 9.
All right, let me
I
get this
haven't-
down.
I've got an 8.
Give me 1 sec. Let me get this down. All right. So, do we have any 25 to 20 here?
20. Unnatural.
Okay. Felix is a 20. Do we have 19 to 15? Nope. Okay. Let me write. Hold on. Let me write this guy down. Okay. All right. Do we have any? What did I say? 50. So, do we have any 14 to 10 here? Jeez. You guys are rough here, huh? All right. And then you just give me the rest, I guess.
8.
Iris
9.
is 8. Thera is 9.
Solid 5.
Jara will go tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll see you
Felix,
guys
what-
next session.
Felix, what'd you get? An 8?
Oh, no, I got a 20. I told you that at the beginning.
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you get, Iris?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Iris is an 8.
There we go. That's what it was. Okay. All right. Starting us off, as you approach this, you quickly piece together that these are the creatures responsible for whatever you saw back there. And they are making quick prey of this poor swordsman. You see this small, strange creature. I'm not sure any of you would. Maybe you would know from books, but maybe some of you. But regardless, I'll just say chimera for ease of use here. This chimera has this swordsman lifted in its claws, and you watch as it flies. It will move. And I'll have to move him back. It's going to fly over to here.
And this guy's got the swordsman
Yep.
in its claws. Okay.
Yeah. I just... Oop. Just get used to me. Alright. He's being difficult. That's alright. He's got the swordsman. And you watch as he throws him face first, like, onto the rock here. Perfect.
Rip that guy.
He needs to make dex save here. Okay. And he takes, so that's 15 feet. Our rule is n times n plus 1 over 2. So for 3. So 3 times 4 is 12. 6 d6. I think that's right. Is that correct?
Is he being like thrown like forcefully against this rock?
Yeah.
Okay. In response, because this is a reaction for me, Iris is going. Her little mechanical hand is going to spin around for a moment, and then fire out this small, almost like tracer dart of a sorts.
Okay.
And attach it directly to this swordsman. I'm gonna cast Featherfall.
Okay. Did you do anything? Do you need to aim that or anything like that?
It's just a creature within 60 feet of me.
Okay. All right, you watch as he's thrown. This chimera slows, its wings fly back, kind of stopping its motion, and immediately launches this guy with its front 2 legs. And immediately as he leaves, Iris, if you'd like to describe how your spell takes effect.
It's a brief moment where you watch as this little, this tracer dart strikes the soldier in the air, and then there's this spread of ancient arcane magic that surrounds him and sort of suspends his movement for a moment, and it's much like Featherfall, it begins to slow his descent significantly.
Okay. Until he lands on the rock. We'll say he's standing. Hopefully he can stand. Perfect.
Hey!
You watch as he screams, "Ah! What?" As he slowly descends. The chimera looks pissed. It will immediately turn to you, Iris. So it's flying. So that was over here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, he's got about a little under half movement here. Oop. He shall move. So he's going to move towards you, Iris, and I can move this out of the way. It's 5, 10, 15,
Rip.
20. I'll go here. Thank you. You have to lift it just a little higher.
Almost at it.
There you go. Are you within range? So
That is
he's
the
here.
question.
1, 2. I think you might be just out of range here. Let's see. Well, it's a large creature, so technically he would be in this spot.
Technically, yeah, he's technically in that 3x3.
Yeah, so 3x3. Yeah, you would just be in range here of his.
Okay.
You watch as it flies forward. The two of its heads, the lion head and the goat head, sort of move as this dragon serpent-like head centers in and focuses on you. It opens its mouth. You watch as its throat and its mouth immediately illuminate, and in a 15 or 20-foot cone, rather, shoots this flame, this cone of flame at you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, as well as one for your horse.
Oh, I used to be good at this. 15 for Iris. I don't know if the horse has any specific stats.
Yeah,
That's cocked.
I'm getting it right now. So the horse's dex is +0.
Okay, so that's a 2.
All right, the horse fails. You just succeed. You will
Rip these
take.
horses.
So Iris, you will take 36 halved
Holy shit!
fire damage, and your
And
horse,
your horse is dead.
is completely killed.
Okay.
This cone of flame shoots out on your horse, and you manage to roll off the horse, but the horse gets completely burnt to a crisp. You can hear it whine and neigh. Let's see if there's a... Nope. I don't think there is.
If I failed the escape, that would kill me.
There it goes. It struggles, and eventually it dies.
The animation of it running on the ground is very sad.
Let me just... There we go. All right. This creature, you can see the breath finally leave. Its mouth goes goes dark, and its heads kind of snap back together. Felix, you are up.
All right. Having just witnessed that, Felix is freaking out. So he's going to jump off of his horse here. Are we doing? First off, does that just 5 feet, or is that more movement?
That's
'cause I'm
part
doing
of your
a whole-
movement. That's part of your movement. So you're
So
that's
that's
5
free.
feet. Yeah, no, that's
it's-
not. Excuse me. That is not 5 feet. You're just kind of like vaulting off. Oh, you're saying you're going here? Then yes, that would be 5 feet to get there. Excuse me.
Okay, gotcha.
But going off of your horse does not cost 5 feet. Going to that square would.
Right. And we're doing diagonal since we're not on a hex, or are we not?
I just did diagonals.
Okay. So 10, 15, 20, 25. Taking cover behind this rock. Feeling like I can, if I need to, in a pinch, use it for cover, at least against that fire attack.
Okay.
I'll let off. I'll aim at the Chimera, because, like, why not? But I think I'm at, like, the disadvantage range. I will just let off a shot from my pistol, trying to draw its attention away from
Okay.
the rest of the party.
Go ahead.
All right. So this is with disadvantage, and I'm not really doing it for the damage. I'm just trying to get it off aggro. Oh, I rolled 2 19s. Let's go.
All right. So those are. Go ahead.
So yeah, so it's 25.
To hit for sure. I just wanted
All
to.
right.
It's probably too big.
Then my big D10. 4 damage.
Go, Tony.
Okay. So you aim or you lean out from behind the rock, point up, and you're shooting the one that blew the cone, or you're shooting the big one.
Oh, I forgot that there was another one. Yeah, no, I'm in character right now. Felix would be so distracted by what he just witnessed that he would forget that there's another one. He shot at this one, the one that just attacked his friend.
Okay. Yeah. So with that, you peek your head out, aim your gun, bang, shoot, and you watch as it hits the torso of this creature. The goat head and the lion head snap, and immediately both of them fix on your location while the dragon head is sort of looking elsewhere. It does not look happy with that. That's for sure. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. All right. The swordsman will go. He's going to say, What is that? What's going on here? And he'll book it. 5, 10,
Oh, little bitch.
15, 20,
It's not gonna help.
25,
He's
30.
gonna fucking run.
He's
I mean,
going
he's-
to
Looking for some cover, understandably.
kind of come here. He's going to look at you guys. Quick, get to cover. Quick. And he's just going to, you hear him unsheath his sword. And he's just sitting there. You can see, he probably says like some sort of prayer himself. And he'll say, over here, you piece of shit. And he'll
God.
throw like a
I take it all
rock
back.
at this thing.
This guy's
We're
a
all
G.
trying
I
to be
take,
a
I take it
hero.
all back.
He says, if we distract its heads, we could confuse it. Okay. He throws this pebble. It hits like the side of the goat head. Kind of just looks, doesn't even react. So the goat head's fixed on him. The lion head's on you, Felix, and the dragon head's on the rest. And that'll be his turn. It is the crossbowman. The crossbowman will say, "Holy shit! Are you okay, Luke? And he'll shout, "Stay here, guard the cart. Fuck it, get off the horse." Just,
Cart.
he'll take 5.
I could kill the monsters. Who cares about the cart?
Actually, he'll go back 5, 10. And he's gonna aim for this big one, which is about 50 feet in the air, 40 feet in the air. He's gonna aim. You hear him knock his crossbow, and he'll release. That will hit. You hear doom, arrow flies, hits the front of this creature who is affixed currently on the cart and the horse. Not bad. It'll be 10 damage. Big bolt flies into this chimera. Okay. He'll say, "Luke, if you can hear me, just find cover." All right. That'll be his turn. Now it's the large chimera's turn. Furious, it will give out a roar and swoop down and use all of its movement to do so, because it still has more. And it will get to 5 feet off of the ground.
Ooh.
Let me just scale this real quick, because I scaled it a little bit with the other one. So I went up 2. Okay, perfect. All right. It will fly down.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Oh, that's big movement.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jared, is this my payback for having a monk character?
Yeah.
I get a bunch of movement monsters.
Rolling up a
Chimeras
new party next session.
have their fly speed is insane, but their walk speed on ground is not. So they do not want to be on ground. And it will make 3 attacks, all with its
okay.
claws. This guy, he shoots it, pisses it off, and he screams, "Holy shit! Help! Help!" And it's going for him. Okay. That will hit. That will hit. Natural 20.
Yikes.
Jeez.
All right, that guy's dead.
So the first one is 11. Second one is 9. I'm rolling on D&D Beyond. It's easier. Okay, and the last one, this guy takes 39 damage total.
He's fucking dead.
He's
Where's
not,
that guy?
but this first claw swipes across his chest, taking out a big chunk, scratching across his armor. The second, comes back around and swipes kind of sideways across, his stomach. You can hear him yell, "Ah!" And the last one will finally come again across the other side, creating this like X pattern. You hear him shout, "Help! It's gonna..." He's in pain. Very nearly dead. The Chimera kind of gives a shout, a cry. Therathari.
Quick, revive the dead horse.
Okay. I'm gonna get off of my horse
Okay.
and okay. So my intent is to get the horses to turn around and run the other way.
I was gonna say, actually, at the end of your turn, I was gonna have you roll Constitution for your horse, and then Felix, I forgot to do it for you to see if it flees or not.
Okay.
But you can
Last thing I'm
you can
thinking about.
kind of force
Essentially,
that
I
hand.
want
Tom,
my
if you'd
horse
like.
to flee. Yeah.
Okay, totally. You can
I
you
want
can
it to.
yeah.
Okay.
Back its ass and it'll run.
All right, so you kind of and it's gonna take off. Roll me a d4.
Oh god. 3.
All right, it's going right behind it. It's just gonna run the complete opposite way.
Oh, let's go. Big brain
Um,
horse.
It's not on its turn, but that's where it's gonna go.
Okay.
Tony, if you could just roll me Constitution real quick. For
Oh
the
yeah,
horse,
sure.
And then let's go on, Tom.
Natural 11. I don't know what the modifier is, but it's an 11.
All right, roll me d4.
3.
Okay, it's going behind it. Go on. Your turn, Tom. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I had a plan before.
Iris is on
the
deck.
the other chimera went like and flew 80 feet or whatever, but So now I have to readjust. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to take cover as well.
Okay.
See if I
So-
can't get between this tree and the bush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this.
Yep.
Assuming I can still see the chimera to some extent.
Totally.
Okay. And I'll cast a guiding bolt. Spell
Okay.
slot level 2. Uh, hit cast there. Is that gonna do it? Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. So you said level 2.
Yep.
So you get an additional D6.
Yes. So it'll be
Alright.
+7 to hit, and I rolled
On that small
19.
one. That will definitely hit.
Hey.
Okay.
So you have 7d6 or 5d6, excuse me.
5d6. So we got 1 plus 1. God damn it. Plus 2. Oh, that's tough.
Oh no.
4. 6.
Ooh.
8. Oh my god.
Rip.
That's the absolute worst. Almost the absolute worst. Okay, 8 damage.
An average roll of a d6 is 3.5.
You were
Times
well.
5 is well over 15.
Yep.
And I just did 8.
You didn't even get half.
It
Alright, yeah.
happens.
All right. So these bolts fly out in your panic and just the cover and this whole situation. You just watch an entire horse get scorched in front of you, nearly with Iris on it. You hit, but the damage is a little bit lackluster compared to what you're normally used to. However, these bolts of light are lighting up the area around you a little bit better, and they slam into this creature. The dragon head turns to face you, Therathari. Seems like it's locking on you only. Iris, you are up.
Hey, oh boy. What is the easiest place to get to cover? I think she's gonna want to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, like in this crook between
Sure.
the tree and the rock. As a bonus action, what is it? Where is that? Actions. Bonus action. Okay, I'm going to activate my first roll of Guardian Armor. So Iris is going to just sort of like kneel down for a moment and like take a bit to readjust portions of her hand. And then this small, very barely visible aura of Ancient Arcana is going to surround her. So I'm going to get some temporary hit points. Just 5 for now. But temporary hit points is hit points nonetheless.
Absolutely.
And she's not sure how these Chimera want to play this, whether or not they are gonna do dive bombs or if they plan on staying in the air. Really should have done this before, but she's gonna hold her action, just as she's observing the Chimera. She's waiting to see whether or not any of them touch the ground or if they remain in the air.
Okay, so you're just gonna wait until either the large chimera or the small one decide to land.
Either if they decide to land, or if Therathari has gone and they're still in the air, or something
Well,
similar.
Just so you know, if you're gonna hold your action, you're at the bottom of the list here.
Oh, I'm at the end of the order.
Yes.
Yeah, but
shit.
it holds for until his next turn though.
Yeah, does it hold until
Oh,
next
that
turn or
is
until
true.
end of the round?
Oh,
So
right,
it
because
would-
you're not holding a turn. Let me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just holding an action.
Yeah. So I think you're good.
Yeah, she's essentially trying to say, okay, if these things are going to be in the air primarily, she wants to do one thing, and if these guys ever descend to the floor and fight primarily there, she has a different option.
Let me just see. Yeah, so I think going forward, I don't think I want to allow you to hold an action or a turn outside of your initiative round, because that can get messy later on.
Oh
like if
shit!
you-
I can't do that. I can't do that anyway because I've already used my reaction. Whoop! I would have gotten my reaction back until like on the top of my turn. Confusion. Up to you. Up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I've-
say if you hold an action or your turn, it has to be within your round of combat. I'm gonna say, just
Okay,
because
so
I feel like that could be a little iffy later on.
Okay.
like-
Yeah. We can discuss held actions later down the line. But I think for now, then in that case, because she's just seen them go into the air, she's going to use her action to prime her all-purpose tool and grant herself Sapping Sting for the duration for the next 8 hours.
Hell yeah. Okay. Jara, you are up.
All right, so I'll get off my horse as well and try to spur it in the same direction that the other horses are going. But I'll go, yeah, follow them, and kind of just like smack it.
D4 for me.
Roll a 3, please. Oh, fell to the ground. Oh, look at it. It is a 1.
It's going forward.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
Provincial horse.
Oh, well, rip. Because
Oh, they'll go at the end of your turn, so this horse would be gone, and this horse would be gone.
I am going to. So I have 30 feet, 5, 10, 50.
Dan, you can diagonal.
It's pretty much the same.
Which one are you in? This one or this one?
That one, yeah, right there. I'm gonna go over to here. I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to cast Mage Armor as a bonus action.
Hey.
So my AC is now 15, which is a little bit better. And then I'm going to use for my action. I'm gonna use Frostbite. So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw. That Chimera in front of me.
Okay, con save. 8.
It fails. Cool. So it takes 2d6 damage and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the end of my next turn. Or no, before the end of its next turn.
What is this condition considered?
I don't know if there's a particular condition to it.
It's just
part of
cold.
the-
Yeah, it's just cold damage, and it's just
Alright.
part of the effect of the spell.
I'll just put that there, just so I know it's at disadvantage. Okay.
And so just to clarify here, the guiding bolt gave advantage to the next attack roll made on the Chimera.
Right.
This wasn't an attack, so it's still
Right.
active.
That's okay. That's what I figured.
And it takes eight damage.
8 damage, and what kind of damage?
Cold.
All right, so this it's safe to say it's like a burst of cold, like a bolt. Would you say? A ray.
No, that would be Ray of Frost. So this would be more like cold, like collapsing in on it instead of
Okay.
shooting out from me.
Got it. So the air around this chimera, despite the heat emanating from the burning bush in front, condenses suddenly, and you can see a layer of frost appear as it shoots into the chimera. It lets out a little bit of a screech, flapping still, and the goat head turns to you. Make an intelligence check.
15.
You have a strong feeling that this creature is incredibly dumb and acts entirely on instinct. With that, you can probably safely say whatever last attacked it might be the bane of its, or the target of its next attack.
I kind of just mutter, "Oh shit."
It is now its turn. It has disadvantage. However, it will fly down to you, Jara. Let me copy this. This big creature. What happened? This music's weird. Hold on. Let me skip this. Just intense, and now it's like silent. Okay. This creature flies down to you, flapping its wings, growling and hissing, and all sorts of monstrous noises. And are you for real? Like, what is this song? Hold on. This is important. Dan's about to die. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly, though, I might.
Oh my god. This is, mind you, epic battles playlist. Okay.
I know. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know about this one.
Yeah, not happening. That's getting a downvote. Unreal. My immersion. God, thank you. All right, so it swoops down and let's see if it recharges. Does
No.
not, unfortunately.
Thank God.
However, it will make 2 claw attacks on you. The first is a 26 to hit.
Yeesh.
The first one's at disadvantage.
Oh, okay, let me reroll.
Yeah.
That's still a 20.
All right, that one's gonna hit.
Okay, and then the second
Right, I
one
think it's just...
is not a disadvantage, right? Just the first attack?
Yeah, it just says the next attack roll. So it'll be
Okay,
the first
and
one.
then the second one is a 16.
That hits.
All right, so you will take on the first attack 10 damage, 10 slashing.
Okay.
On the second, 11 slashing.
Okay.
And then it will attempt to grapple you and pull
It
you
will
up.
Probably succeed.
Make me a dex save.
Oh, dex save.
Oh yikes!
9.
All right. You are considered in its claws, and it will use. Let's see. It will thrust you
Ooh, that sounds.
Oh,
Yeah. I
up
don't want
along
to,
with
I don't want,
it.
I don't want it to thrust me. That would be.
It will move back and
that's illegal.
That's broken.
pull you up, and that's all it can do on its turn. You are now with the Chimera. So, Jara is swiped twice, and then on the third one, big gust of wind as the wings flap, and it pulls at your shirt, grabs you, digging into your skin, and flaps up 10 feet, and that will end its turn. It looks hell-bent on dropping you somewhere. Felix,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Okay. How high up is the Chimera right now?
15 feet. You can see if you hover over the base of the thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right, this is also gone.
Yes, that is correct.
If you shoot this thing, you have advantage.
I am aware of that. Just looking to see if a spell will work here, but I don't think it will. I will shoot at it, and I'll aim as far from Jara as possible to avoid.
Jara is dangling in its clutches.
Okay, well I will shoot it to try to free Jara then.
Go ahead.
Okay, good thing I had advantage. That's a 24.
That will definitely hit.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, this horse moves 30 feet.
Damage is
Fucking
not going to
dumbass
be
horse.
too impressive. Yep. Oh my god, we are rolling like shit. 5 damage.
Okay, another 5. All right, you shoot its one of its paws. It will make a con save. The DC is pretty low considering the shot didn't do much damage. Or a dex save, excuse me. Oh yeah, it passes. So Jara is still in the clutches of this creature. However, one of the dragon head looks towards you, Felix, with anger and hate as your friend Jara is dangling from its clutches.
Taunt it. Say, come and get me. Leave that guy alone. And I'll dart back behind this rock.
All right. It's the swordsman's turn. He will shout, "Shit! What do I do? Think. All right." He will go in his pack real quick, spend his bonus action to pull out a slingshot.
Hey!
Aim the slingshot. Sorry if I hit you. I'm trying. And he'll let it go.
You might kill me.
And he will hit. Not very hard to hit these things. Okay. That is 8 damage.
More than my guiding bolt.
More than Felix has
just
done.
just as much. Just...
All right, and the Chimera will roll to see if it holds you. Okay, and it still has you. He says as he waves his sword up and down, "Over here, you piece of shit! Look at me! Here!" And the lion head is fixed on that guy. Crossbowman, he's in tough shit
He's fucked.
I mean, fuck those guys. Oh, we gotta deal with this one.
here.
He's 50 Shades of fucked.
Oh wait, Jack,
he-
did the guy on the horse ever go?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, right, he did not.
Sword.
I thought he did do
is-
something, but it was like
No, the
He
crossbow
related to the
guy.
cargo.
Yeah, told him to guard the cart, but that might have changed
Oh,
as soon
okay.
as the guy got attacked.
He is right after the other Chimera goes. He rolled a 10, so I will roll him in. All right. This guy will. I mean, he can't use his crossbow. It's disadvantage here, so he's gonna jump up and swipe this thing with his dagger. Last ditch effort.
Respect.
Okay. That will hit. These guys are rolling well, actually. A measly 5 damage, but better than nothing. He shouts, "Go back to the hell you came from, you piece of shit!" And he'll swipe. He knows there's no point in running, so he's just going to stay. I mean, there's literally actually no point in running. Okay. I think there's nothing else he can do. Oh, he'll spend his bonus action and pop a healing potion. So I got one of those. That's actually not bad. He gets back 8 health. All right. He also shouts in his like act of bravery. He just screams for Bramblewood.
For Bramblewood, I'm with him.
All right. Small.
Ride for Bramblewood.
The large chimera will go. It will pick him up, and it succeeds. It will fly straight up.
Oh jeez.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, somebody's getting fucked.
Someone's gonna go splat.
It will turn, and it will launch him.
Launch. No.
You
Launch.
see he flaps up, gives out a roar,
Will-
screech, and this
Obligatory
guy,
Wilhelm scream.
yep, the guy who's getting picked up screaming, "Put me down! What? Wait!" And the chimera will
Poor choice of words.
I mean,
swing.
technically,
He will swing forward, with his front legs and flap backwards and kind of launch this guy. He'll try and make a. I mean, there's no real point, but he'll try it anyway. Yeah, no. And he gets launched 15 feet in front of him. So 5, 10, 15. You watch as this guy falls, wailing, "Ah!" and lands splat on top of these trees, kind of
He's
falling
fucked.
through. You hear branches break. I will roll 40 feet. I mean, this guy is dead. There's no way. Whatever, I'll do it anyway. Yeah, as soon as I get enough to kill him, he's done.
Dude, what was our our
Okay.
formula for fall damage to make it actually real?
It's n times n minus 1 over 2, or n times n plus 1 over 2. I think that's what we did. Yeah, n times n plus 1 over 2, where n is a multiple of 5. So he's got 8. 8 times 9 over 2, d6. I think that's right.
What? D6? Jesus
Or
Christ.
is it d4? I forget. What was it? That's the
I know,
number of,
I know it's D6, but that's a lot of fucking D6.
I think I wrote this down somewhere.
Yeah, we made fall damage actually mean something. Otherwise, you could just like jump off a 100-foot building and take like 8 damage. Be like, I'm good.
Let me see.
Christ
I think I
Christ.
put
Yeah,
this in
he's
the rules.
fucked.
Yeah, we made it like what was it, an arithmetic or a geometric sequence, I think. So it like it grows proportionately more dangerous to the height.
Yeah. I don't see it in here though. Thought
I
had
mean,
it.
40 feet, taking like 30 something damage. That seems appropriate.
I'll have to find it, but I swear we said this somewhere.
I mean, 40 feet's a 4-story building. Like imagine.
In our
jumping
other
up-
notes, let me see if I wrote it down, or if we
It
wrote it
might
down
be.
in the Taldore notes.
I don't want to spend too much more time, but we'll see if it's here. I swear it was exactly like you said. N times.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't see like a new fall damage. Anything. I think that was it though.
Yeah, that's a lot of d6.
What was it, 9d6? But if the average is 3.5, I mean, we're looking in the 30s for damage. That's still like,
Yeah,
that seems
so
appropriate.
That's
Oh,
good.
Big
Yeah,
oof.
I think that's the rule. All right. Anyway, back to what we were doing. That's going to be the rule. I think it was the arithmetic sequence. So he's dead. You hear branches break. Eventually, his scream stops as he splats on the ground. The Chimera gives out another screech of victory. It is now this guy's turn. Sucks that you guys are at the bottom. Sorry to make you wait, but this guy is going to turn, take out his sword, and cut the reins of the horse attached to the cart. And he's going to move 5, 10. And a horse has... a riding horse has 60 feet. That's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And he's going to get here. He can't really do much. It's kind of above him. However, because of his
That's
class,
some range, guy.
he will turn to you, Therathari. Or actually, he probably sees Iris more clearly. As he's walking by, and he gives you a little bit of bardic inspiration. Take a d6.
I will take that.
He rides by and says, You there! Get ready! We're going to charge this thing! Okay. Confuse it.
Well, one step ahead of you.
I mean, unfortunately, I guess maybe he could. Nah. Yeah, that's it for him. Okay, Therathara, you are up.
Okay. Is this pedestal accurate? The Chimera's 15 feet in the air with Jara?
Yeah. Yep. Jara is less than 15 feet, obviously, but
Okay.
the Chimera itself is 15 feet. That is correct.
Well, I don't see much of a choice here because we don't want Jar getting yeeted, as happened to the
I
crossbow.
wouldn't want to be yeeted either.
So I'm gonna cast Command on the Chimera.
Okay, what's the save?
It's 15.
All right. 15. And
I'm
what's
casting the
the
drop command?
is it charisma?
That's charisma, yeah. Or sorry, wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. That is a 13.
Okay, so it has to drop whatever it's holding.
All right, so you've commanded it. Is that last or is it just this turn?
Duration 1 round.
Okay. I just. All right, so then it doesn't matter. There's no token. Okay, Jara, you drop. You will take. So you're taking 2. You're taking 3d6 of fall damage here.
Eesh.
Alrighty.
Make a deck save.
Deck save. I got a 4.
All right, so you are dropped immediately on your head. You take 9 bludgeoning, and you are prone.
Alrighty. I am not doing so hot.
The Chimera looks
Okay.
pissed, but it was very strange. Like, the heads all looked at one another as it didn't want to drop it, but it did. Okay.
Okay,
have
then I'm
movement,
going
bonus
to.
action.
I'm gonna move slightly out from under my cover so as to see where Jara fell. I guess you can rule on that if I can see him from here.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Okay, good. And I'll use a bonus action to cast a second level healing word on Jara.
Is there a range on that?
60 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're within.
7, 8, yeah, 9 squares. Okay, so he will get Da-da-da, see if I can roll any better than last time. Hey, 4 plus 2 plus 4, 10 health back.
I will take it.
Not bad. Okay. Will that end your turn?
Yep.
All right. Iris.
Okay.
Jara's on
question.
deck.
Is Jara directly under the Chimera, or
No,
like
I
a
would
little
say
ways off?
I would say like here. I mean, technically yes, because it's a large creature.
Yeah, I guess my question is, if the Chimera were to like drop down to the ground right now, would it,
It
land
would
on
it would
Jara?
land on him. Yeah.
Bitch. Okay. Well, that doesn't really help us here.
I mean, you could hold till after me.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Let me go
Wait,
ahead.
didn't you do nothing last time?
I used my action to prime a new spell.
Okay.
Let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20.
Iris
yeah,
is
we'll go
brand new to the
5, 10,
world.
15,
We
20.
can't expect much of her.
Yeah, so Iris
Oh,
is going
that's
to
tough.
get up behind this rock here. And what were you saying about holding actions again, Jared? Within the turn or like?
Like
Ye-
if
Like
because
if
I
you're
move
first
I
in the
move-
round, you can hold it.
Yeah,
for the
I
rest of
move
the round.
after him. So if he like hold his action until
Yeah.
after I move,
Yeah,
from
so-
under the Chimera.
You're fine as
Okay,
long as
yeah,
it's
I
within
will-
that round of combat.
Got it. Okay, yeah. So I will hold my I believe I'm 5, 10, 15. Would you say that I'm within 30 feet of the Chimera? Because the spell
Yep.
I'm trying to cast.
Excuse me.
Okay.
The way I roll
Okay.
that is yeah. The diagonal
Okay, so
maybe
then-
not, but yeah.
Okay, so then in that case, I will hold Sapping Sting until Jara moves out from under the Chimera.
Awesome. Okay.
Which I will-
So
I
you
will think
ready
that's
yourself, waiting to unleash Sapping Sting. All right.
Which I don't know if you remember, but that's technically a Dunamancy spell.
It is technically, yep. So that will be Jara. You are up.
Okay. What's the ruling on 2 spells in a turn?
I do
Like
the
what?
normal rule. You can do that, but the second one has to be, I think it's second level or lower.
Okay, that's no problem. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to. My
Whoa.
first thing I'm going to do is.
Ooh, I think I am gonna do this. I'm gonna cast slow,
Okay.
and I'm gonna cast it on the Chimera and my own horse.
All right. What is the saves? Are the saves?
Wisdom.
Okay, so this is for the Chimera first. Wisdom, 12. Not very good.
That is a fail.
Okay. It's
So
slowed.
So slow, and what about the horse?
The horse fails as well. It gets a natural 8.
Okay, good. The horse's speed is half, so hopefully it makes it run not as far away towards the Chimera.
So the Chimera speed is half. It takes a -2 penalty to its AC and Dexterity saving throws, and it cannot use reactions. And on its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both.
Okay.
And
Uh,
it cannot, and it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn, regardless of its abilities or magic items.
Hell yeah.
And if
well,
it does try to do a spell, it has to roll a d20, and I'll let you know what happens. And then at the end of its turn, it can make a Wisdom save to try to get out of it.
All right. This is just so I know. That's the one you chose, right?
What?
This slow here.
Let me read. Yes, that is slow.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So I will keep that in mind. And this one is the one that is slowed. Let me just get a status for it. I don't know if I have a slow status, but I'll.
We could probably change the color of it.
Ooh, that might be good. Let me just see. Yeah, I don't have anything slow here. Okay. So let's just change
Make
the
it
color.
slightly blue.
Yeah. Okay. And the horse as well.
Yep. Just so hopefully it doesn't run to its death quite as fast.
The horse you can't really see
like
the color
that.
on, but that's okay. I'll make it trot.
There we
Oh,
go.
nice.
Good touch. All right. You have bonus action and movement.
Yeah. It doesn't get an attack on me, right? Because it's 15 feet in the air.
That would be a reaction as well.
Oh, it'd be a
You can't
reaction, right? It doesn't
Yes.
take it. All right,
You
so it
are
doesn't
out of
matter.
its range. Anyway.
Dope. So I have 15 feet of movement. Okay, then I'm gonna move one. I'm gonna move like right. Whoops, a little bit forward. Right there.
As soon as Jara gets there, I'm going to let Sapping Sting release. I need the Chimera to make a con save.
Does it have disadvantage on any of this?
Nope. It's only dexterity.
Its
Save.
con is likely high, but we'll see
Very,
what
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
23.
Yeah, no, that succeeds for now.
Okay. So,
Bloody
would you
hell.
like to describe the intended effect?
Yeah, so as Iris sort of releases the Sapping Sting, the sort of like a darkened purple arcana and runic sigils try to surround the Chimera for a moment. But because of its general constitution, the arcane ring that starts to surround it breaks.
Oh, Jared, I'm concentrating, by the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And Iris just sort of watches. Oh, that's not good.
I think I have a concentrate. Oh, I have unconscious. Shit. This isn't a very good one. Alright. Let's just make you... You just be aware of it, Dan, alright? I trust you.
Yeah,
or,
I got it.
Or I can just do this.
I got it.
My bladder's also about to explode, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, alright. Well, I was going to actually take a 5-minute break relatively soon, but go ahead now.
Yep.
It's fine. Alright, so the Chimera will go... So it's very pissed and slow. It notices that its wings are flapping a little bit slower than normal. Okay, and it can't use reactions. It can either take an action or a bonus action, not both.
And only one attack.
Okay. One attack, right?
Yep, it says one attack, ranged or melee, and it's regardless of its abilities or magic items. It only takes one attack.
All right. With that, it did recharge its breath last turn. So that means it can unleash it on... It will move. It can move, right? It's just half movement.
Yep, half movement.
Okay. 5, 10,
It would
15.
be the last person to attack it, right? According to what you said.
It doesn't know a spell is an attack. The last person to attack it, I believe...
The last person to hit was probably the guy with the little slingshot, right? Or was
Yeah.
it Felix?
I think it was... No, because the guy is...
I went at the start of the round, and we're at the
Yeah.
end, so...
Yeah, so it
So-
was the guy with... It was the other guy. So then it was here.
Totally happy having that guy die in lieu of me.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right.
I'll throw that guy under the bus any day of the week.
The dragon head will look down, and it will unleash a cone of fire.
Sorry, guy.
Again, covering this. Roll for this.
And that's not a spell, right? That's just an attack.
No, it's just an attack. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This guy takes 31 fire damage.
Dexterity save?
Oh, correct. Yeah, he'll do that. Thank you, Dan. Oh, that almost rolled off. Oh, he succeeds, so half.
Oof. Yeah.
Lives.
He got marginally cooked, as
Yeah.
opposed to utterly cooked.
All right, so this cone of flame shoots forth from this dragon head and covers this guy. He manages just barely to like duck, lean forward, and scorch the back of his body, leaving most of the vital stuff intact. However, he lets out a loud shout. Okay, Felix.
All right.
Is that how long
I-
does this last, Dan? Oh, okay.
He makes a wisdom save. 1 minute.
After his turn or at the start of
Yeah,
his turn?
after every turn, at the end of
Okay,
its turn, it
wisdom
makes a wisdom save to try to break it.
That is a 19.
All right, it passes.
All right, so
Fuck.
no longer slowed?
No longer slowed, unfortunately.
Okay. Go ahead, Tony.
All right. I will. I feel like I'm pretty useless, but I can't do much right now.
Do some damage.
Are you still concentrating then, Dan?
Yeah, on the horse. Oh, my horse needs to move, by the way.
Oh right, you did go. So it's
But
gonna move 15
half
feet.
movement.
5, 10, 15, 30, or 20, 25, 30.
Is it movement 60 feet?
It is.
Okay.
Riding horses. So you're concentrating. Or you're up, Tony. Sorry.
I know. All right, I'm going to cast Acid Arrow.
Okay.
Ooh. Sounds new.
I will take a step here. Cast Acid Arrow.
Hey, I saved that guy's life at least. And my own.
It's a. Get out of the way. It's a 15 to hit.
15 will just hit.
All right, let's go. And now I need some D4s.
After this round, we'll do a little break, and then we'll finish out the encounter.
All right. It takes 14 acid damage, and it takes 2d4 at the end of its next turn.
All right, so make sure I get that in.
All right.
Let's see if I have something for that too. So what? This is like acid or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it poisoned. I think that's good enough.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to take a step back to be as far from this thing as possible.
All right.
Also, I two things before I end my turn. One, Paul, I did the math. You actually made a 3-4-5 triangle with that chimera, so you were within 25 feet.
Ah, damn.
You were good.
Hell yeah.
And also, Alfredo is just here generally, but he's not doing anything unless I say that he is. So
Okay.
he's just chilling with me. But
All right, I'm
he
gonna
goes
make
right
a
after
note.
me.
I'm gonna make a note to
Oh.
put a thing for Alfredo.
Jared, I also have mage armor if you have a token for that.
Let me see.
If not, I can just keep track of it, but
I might not.
I don't think it really matters. It's not like a. It'll last for way more than this fight. I can just keep track of it. That's no problem.
Yeah, I don't. I'll figure that out too. Mage armor, and we also need slowed. Okay, cool. Wait, can I change the text?
So I'm
of
good
this?
now.
No, I can't. All right. Anyway, so we are up to Felix is done. Swordsman is there. He is going to fucking run.
I don't
Take
blame
his
him.
full turn. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, he'll just stay here. He'll look at you, Iris, and go, "Do you have anything to help me? I'm real burnt."
I will do what I can.
And he'll put his or take his slingshot. Oh no, he used his full movement, so yeah, he'll actually go one more then. All right. Crossbowman is dead, tragically, and then the other chimera will go. This chimera will swoop down and attempt to pick this up. Okay. What's the carrying weight? Ah, yeah, okay. It picks up not the cart, which it intended to, because it didn't roll very high, but the barrels on it, which is significantly better for you guys.
Well, that's good.
It will then, so that was 40 feet-ish. It will then move here. It's not on the ground. It always maintains at least 5 feet. Hold on. This is a disaster. Lock. Okay, there we go. And it's got the barrels. And it's going to go one forward. And it's going to blow fire on your horse here.
On my horse?
Yeah.
Rip.
Holy shit, stay, you fucker. Okay. Fire. Horse needs to make a deck save, excuse me, or take 32 damage.
Yikes.
It fails.
Okay, the horse is done. Another horse on fire.
This horse is on fire.
Okay, you hear another whine of a horse. And smell and hear it's crackling. Okay. Horse guy. Alright. Then horseman. He will now attempt. Yeah. Ooh. He's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 here. And will cast. Actually, can he act? No, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, alright. He's going to do Thunder Wave. He's just in range now. Cast Thunder Wave. Each creature in 15-foot cube originating, that's no one but that thing, will have to make a con save or be pushed 10 feet away and take damage. Right. Fails the con save.
Good.
Ooh.
Which is crazy. And then 2d8 thunder. I will roll the d8. Not good. Great. 9 damage. And then moved 10 feet. So 9 damage. This wave of thunder energy emanates from this dude and knocks the chimera. It flies and corrects itself, but it is now moved 10 feet away. Which may not bode well exactly for Felix, but regardless, it turns, rights itself, and looks dead on this guy. Just kind of like in the fire bush almost. All right, that will end. Is this a bonus action? Yeah, it is. He will also begin to taunt the chimera. Come after me, you piece of shit! Yeah, you! What, I'm too strong for you? And then, charisma save. Chimeras don't have very good charisma. It fails. Charisma save. So, alright. It has disadvantage on ability checks, attack rolls, and saving throws until the start of this guy's next turn. It's taunted. So
Cool.
I'll just put a disadvantage token, and we are now up to Therathari. Oh no, yeah, Therathari, you're up. Yep.
Okay. How do you rule discussion in combat?
And what do you mean, like between players?
Like, yeah, and NPCs for that matter.
You can do it. If it gets too much, I'll let you know. But
All right. So I'm gonna yell at the warrior here. What's in the barrels? Quick! What's in them?
I get gold and valuables.
Okay.
Not what you were hoping.
Nope.
If you want, you can insight them.
Yeah, I'll insight him.
Go ahead.
That's not great. Nat 2, so 9.
Yeah, you think he's telling the truth. There's valuables.
Okay. Gonna be the large chimera then, I think. Or no,
This is the smaller
Huge
one,
one?
believe it or not.
Wait,
This one is the smaller one over here.
Okay.
The one we've been messing up,
Uh,
kind of.
what I've been messing
Yeah, messing up.
Wait till Big Daddy gets here.
Oh, Jesus.
No, Big Daddy.
No, it could stay over there. I'm fine.
I'll
with that.
pass.
And then Iris, you're
So
on deck.
what's the move on that? 20 feet? Okay. It's probably still worth it. So I'm gonna get within 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I am. 1, 2, 10, 11, 12. I am just within 60 feet.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay exactly where I am. And
Hell
use
yeah.
a bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon and have it appear
All right.
Nice.
That-
sort of on the front side of the Chimera.
Okay. Let me get it out.
Should really start leading with this in fights that I expect to go long.
And you want it to be right behind, you said, right?
On the side that Therathari is on, so the opposite of what you've got now.
In
Okay.
front.
Oop, I don't want to break anything. Okay. Can you, here, just grab this token here. Okay, and then I'll move this down. And then you can go ahead, it's attacks, right?
Yeah, it does attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks. I finally
Let's
got
say
you a little sprite here for that. What is it?
15.
15 hits.
Okay. And it's going to take a d8 plus 4, which is 9.
9, nice. Okay. So this scimitar appears, glowing faintly, radiantly, and swipes down at the Chimera. It looks confused, angry, and ready to kill this sword.
Okay. I'm going to then move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And try to fortify this stranger here. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on him.
Nice.
First level. Oh wow, rolled an 8, so he heals 12.
That helps him a lot. Thank you. Let's kill these things.
Well, there's one right behind us.
You got.
All right. Anything else?
That is everything.
Iris, Jara's on
Okay.
deck.
Iris was getting ready to heal this lad, and then because Therathari did, she's going to keep the magic alone for what? She's going to turn, look at the swordsman, look at the large chimera approaching, and say, "We should probably move now." And I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this should still 10, 15, 20, 20. I believe this is within 30 feet, but I'll get closer if I need to.
I think one closer and you're golden.
Here.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I will attempt to cast Sapping Sting one more time. If this doesn't work, I'll shift over to different spells. But Sapping Sting, I need a con save.
All right. 14.
That fails. The Chimera is going to take 2d4 damage. Sapping Sting, yes. So 2d4, which is for 7 points necrotic,
Wow, very nice.
and it falls prone
Double
out of the
knife.
sky.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, I would have had it not drop Chara, but instead fall prone when I cast
You also-
command, if that's
you
how
also-
it worked.
Yeah, that's true.
All
You
right.
could have used this. You could have used command to say land as well.
Does the spiritual weapon get
Oh.
attack of opportunity? I believe no.
That's not listed here.
If it's,
Yeah.
I think it's forced movement. It does not.
Okay.
Anyway, even if
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right. You watch as the Chimera gets shocked with this strange energy and freezes in place. Wings go limp, and it falls to the ground, like on its side. You hear the other Chimera screech, let out a horrifying screech as it watches this Chimera fall. Does that end your turn?
Iris watches it fall and she goes, "Oh, that did work. Does it take fall damage?"
It would, yeah, actually.
Nice.
It's not flying. So that was
Let's
15
go.
feet. So that's 3 times
3.
Yeah, 3.
It's 3d6.
We take that out of a cantrip.
Alright. That is 11 bludgeoning. It lets out a shriek as it falls. Not happy. Okay.
Solid.
That will end your turn, right, Iris?
Yes, that is my turn.
Jara, it is your turn.
Would Jar know if these are fey creatures?
You can safely say, given the nature
Or,
of this creature, it is not fey.
It's not a fiend either, right? Fiends are like demons.
Yeah, definitely not a demon.
Okay. All right. In that case, then,
Jara will drop the concentration because the horse is dead, so fuck that. And he's going to. He can see. I can see all 3 of us.
so I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna use 2 sorcery points. I'm gonna cast Aid as a bonus action. And so that's going to be on Felix, me, and Iris. So we each get 5 HP added to our max and to our current HP for the next 8 hours.
Okay, so make
Hell
a note
yeah.
in your journal somewhere, guys, for that.
It is noted.
So you guys get 5 to your max, and you also get 5 additional. And then as my action, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost.
So I'll step out. I'll cast Ray of Frost on the Chimera who's prone.
Okay.
And I get advantage, right? Because it's prone. Or wait, because it's a range, would I have disadvantage?
I think it's
Correct.
disadvantage because it's ranged.
Yes, if it's
hold on.
ranged, it's disadvantage. That is correct.
Does this work on me?
So you use Quicken Spell, is that correct?
I did.
Okay, for 2 sorcery.
Hey Jared, if it says a creature you can see, can I count myself in that, or is myself not included?
See yourself.
I think yeah. If it says self, that means only self. But I would say you can see yourself.
Okay, then I'm going to use one of my restore balances to not roll with disadvantage.
Okay, so mark that off.
And so
And-
this is 18 plus 8, 26.
Definitely hits.
So that is 2d8. Alright, solid 1. So 7 damage.
And this is Ray of Frost, so this is frost damage.
Oh, it's 8 damage actually, because I used my wand.
That gives me +1.
Okay, 8 damage. So another a ray of cold frost energy shoots out into the Chimera.
And
All right.
from my Resin Pine Focus wand.
Got it. And then do
And
you
I'm
have move
I'm gonna
back?
step back. Yeah, that was just
Okay.
15 feet, right? So I moved
Yep.
right back.
Actually, yeah, that's 30, so yeah, I move back.
All right. It is top of the round. The large Chimera, furious that you are going after its offspring. It will fly up. Actually, it will just fly a straight line to you with the barrels in hand, 5 feet above the ground. 1 sec. To right here. Let out a massive scream. Launch the barrel at both of you. I need you both to make deck saves.
Nat 1.
Oh,
You got a
no.
nat 1 too. I swear to God.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. So you both will take 9 points of bludgeoning, and you're both knocked prone.
Ouch.
As the barrels oh,
Ouch,
that's not what I meant to do.
Took out the
expl-
horse.
Explode against the rocks as they hit you, and out pours black powder.
No.
Oh
not the
no!
black
I was
powder.
gonna throw fire at it. No.
Son of a bitch,
Luckily,
why?
it does not have its recharge. Otherwise, it would use its
Oh,
fire.
y'all would have been fucked.
You're lucky. However, I will roll for the recharge for next turn. Does get it back. And then
God damn
it will
it.
make its 2 attacks on both of you. It has advantage because you're both prone. So this first one is on Therathari. That is a 14.
I have 14 AC. It is.
Okay. Ties, so you will take with its claw 9. No, sorry, 11 slashing. And then the other guy will go. God, I'm not rolling too well. He'll miss. I got a 3 and a 4. Not good.
Oh Jesus!
So this guy kind of rolls out of the way, just happens to. The Chimera swipes with its claw, and this puff of black powder gets splashed everywhere. Okay, that was that. And then it will fly up 10 feet, and that will be its turn.
Do we want to take the break real quick?
Yes, we're going to right now. That's not right. Okay, and I'll replace this. In a sec. Okay. All right. With that, when we get back, Felix, you're on here. You're up, and then we'll come back
Is
in
it
5.
not the small Chimera's turn before me, or no?
No, the large one is the top of the round.
Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. I guess I just had the turn.
Oh
wrong.
wait,
Wait.
no. You're right. You're right.
Okay.
It is. Hold on. Did I do this out of order? Let me rethink this. So Jara just went. No, I'm correct.
Okay.
You're up next.
Whenever the end of its next turn is, it takes 2d4 damage, acid
Okay,
damage.
that will be
The
shortly.
small one. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I have it still. All right, so 5 minutes. We'll be back at about 9 o'clock ish.
Sounds good. Okay, so it is me. It is me.
Yep, it is your turn.
All right, sweet. That means I get to actually flex this new cantrip that I got. All right, so this thing is still at disadvantage to hit, right?
Yep.
No, it's an advantage for melee, disadvantage for ranged, because it's prone.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you're gonna do a melee attack, you
No,
have
I'm
advantage.
saying it has disadvantage on me. It says disadvantage to hit right now.
Oh, that was from the frostbite from earlier, right?
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's gone
gone.
now.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Good poison. though.
Did it
Alright.
take its poison damage?
At the end of its turn, it will.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to.
Oh,
so
it
I
went
have-
last turn, Tony. Roll it.
Oh, all right.
No, last turn the other guy went. The large one went.
No, last like
Last round.
yes,
Oh,
last
last
round.
round?
Yes.
4.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be Tony again without the thing having.
All right, is
yeah,
that it
yeah.
then? It's done. The poison's done now, or is
Yeah.
it still poisoned? All right, so 4 additional. It's not looking too hot. This thing is getting beat up, especially in prone state here. It's not where it wants to be. Now it's your turn.
Is it able to make attacks of opportunity in prone?
Technically, yes, you can.
Disadvantage, right? Because it's
I don't know.
No, I think melee. It's still technically.
Yeah, you can.
Not the biggest deal. I'm probably gonna do it regardless, but
Prone is
I thought-
just it's movement. Creature
No,
has
the creature has
yeah.
disadvantage on attack rolls. It
Yeah,
does
that's
have
what I thought.
disadvantage.
all right, sweet. So I have advantage to it, so I'm gonna swipe at it with my dagger.
Yes, if you are running up, correct.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Need
As
it.
I
Yeah.
hit, I would like to cast Green Flame Blade.
Nice.
So does that get doubled?
Yeah, all damage dice gets doubled. Just not
Okay,
your
this
modifiers.
is actually huge.
That's sick.
Let me tell you what I'm rolling right now. 4d4 plus 2d6 plus 8.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
the damage
So
on there.
if you get over 29 damage, this thing dies.
Okay,
Is that not doubled or doubled?
that's doubled. Oh, wait, does the 8 get doubled as well?
No,
No,
just
no,
the-
it's
just
not
just the dice
only
rolls.
dice.
Okay,
rolls.
okay. So it is just plus 8 then, because it's plus my dex plus my int. It's lit.
That is lit.
Dex plus int. Wow.
So, over 29. So if you get it, you
Okay, I rolled a lot of ones.
Oh no.
rip.
Still alive.
All right, it's 12, 15 plus 8. It's still, I mean, it's still 23 damage.
Oh,
Is
wow.
that with the
Yeah.
doubling?
Yeah, with the doubling.
So 23. All right. So now you know it has 6 health.
It's close.
All right. So describe how
Pretty
you'd
close.
like to brutalize this creature while it's down on the ground.
All right, so I'm gonna come out from behind the rock, dagger in hand. No, not in both hands because I have a shield. One hand, raise up. It's on the ground. I'm just gonna jump on its back, stab, and then retreat back to the rock and take whatever attack it has for me.
Okay. It will attack
disadvantage.
you. So I believe as a attack of opportunity, if something has a multi-attack, can it attack?
No, it just gets one.
Yeah, it
One.
just gets one. It's just
Yeah.
one action or one
All right.
attack.
So
as a
it will
reaction.
attempt to slash at you in a ditch effort. That's a natural 19, so that will definitely hit you.
Is that
Yeah.
at disadvantage?
Oh, it is.
No, it is not. It's okay. It was a nat 20 and a 19, so you get
Oh,
the
yeah.
19.
Oh.
You're
All right,
you're
that's
lucky it
fine.
was disadvantage. All right. The claws will do. Nice. I critted on that. That is 16 damage, slashing damage.
Oof.
Wow. All right.
Takes a good chunk out of you.
I did more to it than it did to me, so I'm happy with that.
Yes, and you can see it's in flight or fight mode here.
All right.
Very
That's my
nearly.
turn.
Great. it's
satisfied.
Great turn. All right, swordsman. He's going to get up. He's going to give you Therathari.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, actually, he can't do much. He's not the bard. He's gonna look at you as he gets up and says, "Run the other way." That wrong accent. Run the other way. I'm going this way, and he'll just run. So that's half his movement. So 5, 10, 15 here, and he'll slingshot as he's running. That will miss. He shoots. It goes wide. The Chimera doesn't hit the Chimera at all. And he'll just wait and just pray. Crossbowman's dead. It
I
is
didn't
now.
realize that the d6s that I rolled were supposed to be d8s.
Small
Oof.
Chimera will go.
My mistake.
Oh well.
It will get up using half its movement, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then-
lot for.
And then it will fly. It's going to try and fly away. So with half its movement, it can actually get up to here. This is a good song. Oh, it ended. Damn.
Oh,
Shouldn't have said anything.
was a good song.
Okay, and it will fly up to here. And then ooh. Actually, I don't know if I have enough movement. Let me do some calculations here. So that will be half there. Yeah, it's gonna do it. But it's really low. Nah, it's running away. All right, and then it will use its full turn to move, or full movement, excuse me, because it's dashing to get off screen here. So 5,
Get off screen.
10, 15, 20.
Where'd it go?
All right, so it is fleeing over the trees. Papa Chimera is pissed seeing its baby running away.
That was the baby.
Oh, well.
Farah, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
I would hope so.
Looking at Papa Chimera, does it have any of the black powder, like residue from throwing the barrels?
Oh
at it?
no, it's pretty clean. It just threw the barrels. They exploded on you, so you're covered in it.
Oh no.
Yeah, not ideal.
Get behind a fucking rock.
And this guy is covered as well.
Sacrifice that guy.
Actually, not a bad idea.
Blow him up.
Yeah, blow him up.
WWTD.
That might
It's
ignite
not-
the rest of the black powder. But you never know.
How far away did the small Chimera get?
It's so it went an additional 20 feet.
Okay, so my spiritual weapon can move 20 feet a turn, so
All right.
I can chase it down, right?
Let's go.
Excuse me. What's the range in which you can move it, like yourself?
20 feet.
I don't think
As
there's.
long
I don't think it needs to be in a proximity. It
Okay,
just
fair enough.
exists.
No, it has
So-
to be in a park.
What is the proximity for that?
It's a 60-foot range. So
That
I
might be
still
out
have
of
to-
your.
I
this-
thought that's,
well-
I thought that's
No,
just
that's
for
just the
casting
initial
it.
ranges. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it can exist outside of you,
Yeah.
but you can
Yeah.
only put it 60 feet away from you initially. Like that's the
Okay.
initial cast.
All right, you can hit.
Well,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say if I had to, I could just run towards it. But yeah, so as my bonus action, I'm gonna
Yeah,
move the
go-
weapon
go roll.
and attack.
Roll for that.
Oh yeah, kill it.
14.
14 will miss.
Oh, son of a bitch.
DC AC is 15. Excuse me.
Found my
That's
inspiration.
tough. Oh, whoops.
That'd be sick.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if there's really a good option here aside from running away, so
Yeah, you should run away.
I'll just I'll head back under my tree. I'll go 1, 2, 3. If I dash, do I get another, say, 15 feet, right?
No, you get another full movement. You get another 30.
Full movement. I get 30. Oh, okay.
That is correct.
Hmm. All right, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come all the way around here.
Nice.
Make it as hard as possible for the thing to see me.
Great turn. Does that end your turn?
Yep.
Iris, then Jara.
Okay. So I see.
Horse guy go.
Oh, horse guy goes.
Oh,
Excuse
horse
me,
guy.
thank you.
Horse guy.
Yep. All right. He's going to turn. Actually, yeah, he's gonna help his buddy. But he knows about the black powder. He's gonna say, "Fuck, the black powder's out. Oh shit. Stay clear of that. If that thing lights, we're all done." And he's going to.
Like all? Or...
Black powder.
Charles looking at Felix like, all?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, and then he's going to on his friend. Ooh, actually. Yeah. He's going to cast Healing Word on his buddy. And gets a D4 plus. Oh, not bad. All right, so he's healed a little bit more, kept in the battle. This guy's like health points are like a up and down, up and down, up and down. But he's alive, which is crazy. Okay, that will end his turn. Yeah. Or yeah, that's an action. Oh no, he can do an action. Yeah, so he'll do Vicious Mockery on the Chimera.
Let's go.
That will be a Wisdom save for the Chimera. Does not have much wisdom. Okay, that is going to fail. So it will take 1d4 and have disadvantage on the next attack roll. So that's another 3 damage. And then I'll get a disadvantage token out, which I should just keep out and stop deleting. Whatever. All right, now we're up to Iris.
Okay.
No, yeah, Iris.
Yep. So Iris has not been paying attention too much to the large chimera, but the small chimera that is getting away, Iris is going to sort of raise her right hand, and the mechanical portion of it will open up a little bit and fire 3 concentrated blasts. I'm going to cast Magic Missile
Nice.
with a range of 120 feet. I think it's still within range.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Of you,
is
yeah.
that 3 attack rolls?
No, they just hit.
No, they just
Oh,
hit.
they just hit. Oh, it's a save.
Default-
For like half damage,
No.
right?
Oh, not even.
No,
no, they
these
just
just
hit.
hit. They
It
just
just
do
hits.
damage.
It's low
Yes.
damage, but it's enough.
It's 1d4. It's 1d4 plus 1 for each dart, but
So
I
I-
get 3 of them.
I think
So
it's
that's automatic kill. If
Yeah,
it's
it's
1d4 plus
it's
1.
Yeah, at the
possible.
very least, this can do 6 damage.
Yeah,
There you
so
go.
it dies. So how would you like to kill it?
Yeah, Iris is going to aim at the dragon. Her hand is actually going to start spinning around, and almost like a triple burst of a gun, just and the 3 arcane bursts will pierce the chimera, one in each head.
Nice.
Wow.
I dig that.
Okay, and it falls to the ground with a final screech. You can hear the mommy, or the daddy one, excuse me, freak the fuck out. It's not happy. Okay.
Could have gone better. And then how much, like, where's the black powder spilt about? Like, in
I'll
the
draw it,
area?
actually. I might as well. Let me...
Those
So, it
barrels
was...
still that where it is.
Those are destroyed, but I left them there so you could see them.
Okay.
Just, I wish I could draw on the rock, but I can't.
I
But you
will
get the
use
point. It's kind of there.
5,
in that-
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That will be Iris's turn.
Do you really want to be that close to it?
He
Yeah,
doesn't know
what?
what black powder is.
Jara, you are up.
Jara
Jara wouldn't either, I don't think.
You wouldn't think I would see it at the college?
Oh, you would.
Actually,
Mm.
that's weird question. Would Iris know what black powder is? I get the feeling no.
No.
Unless, yeah, okay, yeah, she has no idea what that is. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna get close. I'm gonna try and make it prone again. She has
Because
no
it's
idea
not
what
it's
the hell
not a
this
raw
dust is.
material. It's manufactured.
Yeah, so
It's
she has
a
no idea
blend.
what dust is.
Although the guy did scream, "Don't go there."
Yeah, he did do that.
Hmm. I mean, she also doesn't know what would happen if it would ignite. So,
Well, he said that. If it lights, this we're all done. That's what he said.
right, fire. Okay, what did I start? 5, 10, 15. Okay, then
Yeah, like right
I would
there.
have adjusted 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 would have been her movement then.
Okay. Keep in mind, this guy is covered too, and so is Thera.
Okay,
Not covered,
I'm
but they have.
just trying to figure out what Iris would have
Totally,
done,
totally.
knowing what she knows. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Jara, what's up?
Alright, I think if I go here, am I 60 feet from it? Or...
1, 2,
Are you?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just Ray of Frost it.
Go ahead.
So roll attack. That is a 19.
Hits.
Alright, and then... Ooh, nice. 8. Oh, double 8s. Nice. 16 damage.
Okay.
It has its speed reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn. And then I'm going to... Let's see, I move 10, 20. I'm going to move behind fucking Felix.
All right. That will end your turn.
Yeah.
It is the Chimera's turn. Seeing
16.
its offspring brutally murdered and on the ground, it will make a last-ditch effort here before it flies away. The first attack will be, moving forward. It will, because it recharged its breath weapon last turn, it will breathe fire on this guy.
Oh no.
Yikes.
He has black powder on him.
Yep.
That will hit. Oh no, he has to roll dex or dex save.
How close is
Yeah.
he to the big pile of black powder?
It's a
Far-
15-foot cone, but this guy's doing it so that it hits. He probably would move over a little bit more.
I'm just
but
saying, if the first guy explodes, is he gonna set off like a chain reaction?
I am going to roll for that.
Let's go.
Oof.
So this guy fails his dex or his save, so I will roll for his damage first. Okay, that is 38 damage, not
that's
including the black powder.
Totally
I
dead.
need everyone in 10 feet of him. That's this guy. Iris is technically in 10 feet
Yep.
Where's Iris?
to make a dex
in
save.
Right here.
Oh,
Dexterity.
shit.
Ooh boy, that's not fun. Natural 1.
Okay.
Oh.
You and this guy will make it. No, he fails too. All right, maximum damage here. So this guy Basically, you watch as the dragon portion rears back, blows this column of fire, this cone of fire. This guy immediately, you watch as his body, as soon as it hits him, it sparks, and what is normally a red-hot orange flame turns immediately blue. As you watch and see subsequently, this man literally explode into pieces.
So-
You hear a bang noise.
Big oof.
His body parts splash everywhere. The shockwave knocks this guy off of his horse and prone. You are prone, and both of you take as blast sort of damage from this. This is not halved. 11 fire damage.
11 fire. Okay.
You are knocked prone, as I said, and you're knocked 5 feet away. So you would
Okay.
go this direction, and he would go this direction, both prone.
Okay.
That guy's eviscerated. I'm going to roll a D100 on 70 or above. The black powder here will explode.
Oh, geez.
So 30% chance of explosion.
Quick question, Jared.
Yes.
So the fire damage was from from this guy exploding?
Yes.
Okay, but I wasn't in the range of the initial breath.
Correct. Otherwise, you would take that damage too.
Okay, so it's just the 11 fire that I'm taking.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to cast a first level absorb elements and reduce that fire by half.
Okay. I actually would think. No, yeah, you would not be. Just out of range. The Chimera didn't really see you, so whatever. All right, so I'm rolling my D100. You're good. Got a 26. So the fire and flame and all that don't end up striking this pool here, or this black powder. However, seeing that you are knocked prone, both of you, or really this guy, is going to fly over here and pick up this guy. Actually,
Rip.
no. He's going to fly down, see both of you, and he'll make an attack. He's 5 feet off the ground. He'll make an attack on you and that thing,
Okay.
and that guy. So you're prone, so he has advantage.
Right.
2 claw attacks, so nat 20 on you. Sorry.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Claws will be 13, so 6, 9, 18, 22.
I'm
on you.
still alive.
Slashing, and then the other one be 17 plus, so yep. And he'll make his attack. Not good at all. A whopping 6 damage to that guy. 2 natural ones. All right. Then, with the last 10
Has
feet of
10
movement.
It has 10 less feet movement.
Yep, that's exactly what I just did. So with the
Okay.
last 10 feet of movement, we'll just fly directly above. Hello?
10 feet of movement mattered.
It did. Okay, that ends its turn. We are up to Felix.
All right. All right.
Jared, it takes 1 extra damage. I forgot for my wand. Instead of 16, it should have been 17.
It's dead. No, okay. Go on, Felix.
That would have been dope.
I'm going to
Swordsman's dead.
want to distract it somehow.
You get the idea that it's probably going to leave shortly.
Okay.
Just so you know, I mean, its offspring just died. It's gonna leave.
That's fair.
Run, bitch.
All right. I'll step 1, 2, 3,
Unless you want it to stay.
and I will shoot at it with disadvantage with my gun.
What's the disadvantage for?
For the distance, I believe.
Yes.
1, 2.
And it's not gonna hit. It's like it's a 9.
Nope. All right. shoots one.
I can see Felix. I'm going to use my second restore balance reaction to make a roll not with disadvantage.
Oh, he already rolled. Too late.
Do I just take the other number? Or, like, is that after the roll kind of thing? Or
I don't know. It doesn't specify if it's before or after.
I think it's probably before.
It's
Okay,
like
that's
inspiration.
Yeah.
You do have inspiration, Felix.
I'm good.
Even with it, though, I don't think you could hit. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your turn, right? You want to move back?
Oh, yes. Sure, sorry.
Okay, this guy will get up. He's not on his horse, but he'll get up. I don't have a token for him, but he's not on his horse. His horse is dead.
Rip horse.
He can't really hit either. It's too high up. He is a bard, however. He will turn to you. Well, first he'll say, Henry! No, they killed Henry. He'll turn to you. And he'll do healing word on you.
Hey.
So you will take, not take, you will gain
You will take healing.
7 health.
Let's go. We take this.
And then he will cast invisibility on himself. So he is gone. All right, that will bring us to Therathari.
Hey, Therathari, having witnessed the Chimera's latest actions, has an idea. And he's just going to act on impulse, as is his
As this is wont.
as is his character. So he's gonna retreat slightly to this
Run
rock
into the
over
flame.
here. He's going to take a deep breath and concentrate.
I like where
Raise
this
his
is going.
arm and point 2 fingers near the tip of this rock. The
Okay.
rock that he was prone to next to not long ago. And cast Fireball.
All right,
Oh, shoot.
fireball.
Saying fuck it to Iris, I guess.
Well, it's going to be a radius of 20 feet, so Iris should be out of it.
Let me get this effect here. 1 sec.
She should be out of the initial blast, sure.
Yes, and I'm hoping she's behind the rock and the rock doesn't explode. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
That's too big, I think. Wait.
That's like 50.
That's very. That's like
like a-
50, that's like a 50.
That's like a
foot radius.
50-foot diameter.
Let me get this. Hold on. Yeah,
Well,
that's
guys,
pretty-
guess I'm rolling a third character.
All right, I have to figure out how to scale this down. 1 sec.
Man, I could have made that explode so many times, but I just was like terrified that I was gonna kill someone.
That's better.
Could have just fucking shot it.
That seems accurate.
Dudley would have been fine here.
Is that that's a 20-foot? Is it 20-foot radius or diameter, Tom?
Radius. So that's close.
That's
That's,
like a-
maybe
yeah,
like
it's square.
15 to 17 by the looks
That's
of
good
it.
enough. All right,
Okay.
fireball.
But anyway,
shoots
yeah,
out.
it's meant to like graze the chimera and also light the black powder on fire. That's yeah.
So,
you
you're
have it
gonna
perfect.
you're gonna
Just-
hit that guy.
Well, he's invisible. He could have
Not
moved.
unless you go this way.
But
I mean,
you wouldn't
so-
see him though.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you wouldn't know he's there.
Yeah, but
yeah.
wouldn't he have moved anyway? I mean, I would assume.
He's pretty far out of my line of sight anyway. Like
All right.
I,
Well,
I,
Oh, yeah.
I see where Iris
Yeah.
is.
Therathari
He's
would have
behind
n-
the rock. There's no way
Sarah
I
would
can
have
see
no
behind the
idea
rock.
he was there.
yeah, he could have moved. Who knows? You'll have to wait and find out.
We'll have to see.
All right. So the chimera gets hit. You're saying from this, it looks like.
So it's and it has a dex save to try to take half.
All right.
damage.
Dex save is a 12. Not very good.
Okay, I'm rolling 10, 11, 13, 16, 21, 23 fire
Nice.
damage, and he failed the save.
Yep. So he takes the full 23. You notice that the fire on the skin of this chimera doesn't seem to be super effective. However, as soon as the fireball lights in this area, immediately you hear and see a very bright white flash and blue flame as the fire spreads to cover all of this area with black powder. So the rule is 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so for every 10 feet is like basically you're having the inner area, and that's how far the resulting fire spread is. Does that make sense? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I'm going to say this is probably like 55. I think that's fair. Is that too much?
I don't really know what math you're referring
So what
to
I'm saying
here,
is
but-
everything. So for every 10 feet of black powder coverage that is lit, a resulting 5 feet outside of the initial area is fire
Oh, okay.
from the explosion.
Yeah.
Blast radius, essentially.
So like 2 to 3 squares out from that red line is also gonna ignite.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Okay. That's the fire. So yes. All right.
Is there any explosive element like a shockwave? Or
Absolutely.
whatever? That was my attention.
Yes, absolutely. So the shockwave is, from what I put, it's 3 times that. So you'll feel the shockwave up to 3 times that distance. So 6 extra squares.
I think we are gonna just barely dodge it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Yeah, everything I'm counting is 7 away.
But they aren't.
Sorry. Okay, so look,
I am.
you're the DM, but Iris is behind a rock.
15, 20, 20. Yeah, you guys are all good. I'm going to say Iris will automatically take half. If she succeeds, she'll take a 4th.
Oh boy.
All right,
Saving
so
throw is my one weakness.
You'll make a dex. I'll roll for the fire on the chimera and then the bludgeoning. So the chimera needs to make dex. It succeeds. So here's the fire. Okay. One more. Okay. All right, and then the bludgeoning. All right, what's your dex save?
All right. Well, I doubt this will do anything, but oh, fuck. So the bardic inspiration rolled 1, and I rolled the natural 2, so that's a 4.
All right, so you are definitely taking it. So you're taking half of this, and the
Okay.
rule for the bludgeoning, I believe I put So you're gonna take 4d6 halved. So
Oh boy.
Oh.
3, 8, 12, 13 halved. Rounded up is 7.
Okay,
Very
I'm
much.
still alive.
Bludgeoning. And you're knocked an additional 5 feet. Okay, the chimera.
I was just rolled
succeeded-
again. It's like, oh, that hurt. Boom.
Yeah, and you're knocked again. All right, the chimera is moved 5 feet, and it does take that damage as well. All right,
It took all the damage this turn.
okay, that will end your turn. Last 2 rounds of combat here, and we'll end Iris and then Jara.
Okay. How hurt does this chimera look?
Oh, wait, hold on.
mhm.
Chimera occupies like how many squares?
Like this,
It's-
not
It's
like 9 squares
3.
essentially.
It's 3.
So
3 by
I
3.
can actually bonus action move my spiritual weapon within range of it now.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Let's do there if you can, where I put the invisible
All right.
thing.
Move that for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And attack him.
Is it a bonus action to move and attack?
Yes.
18 hits, sure. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Right.
Good ass spell.
Have you been concentrating on that? Did you take any
It's not
damage?
concent. I don't think it's concentration.
It's not
either.
concentration.
Wow,
it
that's a
lasts
great
for
spell.
1 minute.
It's a
Alright.
very
It's an
strong
base
spell.
Go ahead and roll.
Damage is 10.
Nice. Another 10.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Iris, you get up. I assume.
Okay, yep. I'll use my half movement to get up. How?
By your best estimates, it's probably like around half.
Okay.
We're not casting at all.
I don't know what to do here. Iris is just going to look up at it, back up a little bit. 5, 10, 15. Bonus action. I will use my second use of Guardian Armor and gain 5 more temporary hit points.
Totally.
And then and as I'm backing up, I'm going to cast Sapping Sting on the large chimera. So I need it to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hit.
Natural 18.
Shit, yeah, that's one higher. Yep, that doesn't do anything, but that's all right. I'm not good at fighting at range. So yep, Iris is just gonna back away slowly.
All right, Jara.
We determined, I think, last campaign that twin spell it has to target 2 separate creatures, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it says target a second creature, so we said that would have to be a different one.
I think so. Let me see. Real quick. It depends on what it says, right? So does it say another creature?
It says a second creature.
Yeah, a second creature is synonymous with another creature, so then yes.
Okay.
It would be separate.
Then I'm just going to... I guess I will move, like, to here. I'll just cast Ray of Frost on it, just try to do some more damage.
Okay.
I got 27.
That will hit.
And 2d8. 4 and a 2, so it takes 7 damage. And then I'm going to move back.
Okay. Will that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. The Chimera will use its full turn to move, and it will fly 120 feet.
110 feet.
Is it still?
When I hit it with Ray of Frost, it
Okay.
loses
110
10 feet of movement.
So it will fly up and out toward, like, away, back in this direction. If you want to pursue, we can, but I assume you don't. Maybe you do.
I'm chilling.
I'm big chillin'.
We can be big chillin'.
All right, so we are officially out of combat then. I will save this real quick before we... All right. Okay. That will be it, I think. I'll stop the music. And then... So, fresh out of combat, night air, carnage around you. You see now, I guess, Iris, the crackling body of the other guy.
Rip that guy.
Killed a chimera, baby chimera. Injured another one for the most part. Licking your wounds. We will pick up next week in the aftermath of this encounter.
Oof.
All right. Exciting
Alright.
combat.
God damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
of
was.
course.
I gotta shake things up. God damn.
Yep. All right.
I like the environment for this one.
Yeah, that was great. That was very challenging. I liked that.
All right.
Yeah, I almost died. So
Same.
I think I was sitting at like 2 or 3 hit points before Tom healed me.
Well, if you didn't kill the baby
Next
one,
time.
that one would have stayed. But yeah, I was like, 2 regular chimera would be a little wild. I did scale down the big chimera a little bit because otherwise it would have been way too hard. All right. Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So until
Hell
next
yeah.
week, thank you guys. Great job.
All right.
See you guys.
Catch you later, yo.
Right.